Koiki Media, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Àwọn sọ́lára àgbà yìí dá. Àwa ló láṣà àti èdè gbígbédè lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá. Koiki Media, Koiki Media, Koiki Media, we bring the world closer to your doorstep. They never sabi wetin we carry for her, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. I said they never know wetin we carry for body, but e dey move closer before dem go sabi. Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, ìléhùn ló ló lajú. Ẹyẹ tó lórí kodò bí àdó ọ̀pẹ̀dẹ̀ lẹ́nu. Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè tó dúdú àga. Òdúdú àkọ́bá lè gbé wá. Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣègìrì, ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀, ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí, káwa lè gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé, ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀, àwa ni ìmọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri. Ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá. Koiki Media, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ. Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní. Kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wà kájé bùgbà yín jẹ. Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní. À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ. Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní. News and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́. Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá máa ní. Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koiki Media ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájúmọ̀ mi o, má bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. À ń gbádùn rẹ ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi, ṣẹ́yìn lọ máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé mádémádé, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ gbàjòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀, àjòjì tó bá wọ̀ bẹ̀ á tẹ̀lé ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé, ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koiki Media ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ, jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àtúnjàfẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ikú tó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. We bring you work closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ òòtún kan ní oko lára ni. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà yín wá o. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Odùduwà lágbé dání, òtítọ́ lágbé dání. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. A kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀, a kì í sọdí kẹta. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. A dúró tán, a tún pèrè gédé. Koiki Media àwọn ní bàbá. Koiki Media, we bring you work closer to your doorstep. Koiki Media is around to give us latest. Is around to give us latest. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Ladies and gentlemen, ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó kojú gbogbo. Koiki Media is around to give us latest. Koiki Media.
Okay, gbogbo wa pé ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́, and welcome back again to the studio. It is coming up to 6 p.m. still from Africa as the weather is going down. From the window view, fantastic place to live. Ibi tọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ̀mí wọ́n wà, àtẹni tó ń bẹ nílé, àtẹni tó ń bẹ lẹ́yìn òde. Wọ́n ní kò síbi tó dàbí ilé, àjò lè dàbí ilé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan. Bébí bá ṣe ń gbé tí wọn náà bá ń gbé bẹ́ẹ̀, ìrìn àjò yìí á ní solution. But táwa bá ń gbé táwọn olóṣèlú ò gbé, ìrìn àjò yẹn á máa fà sẹ́yìn. Olóṣèlú ń gbáradì fún 2027. Ọmọ Yorùbá Nation campaign à ń gbáradì fún pé kí a negotiate. Kò sẹ́ni tó láìkì wàhálà, àdẹ̀gbàdúrà fún wàhálà. Ẹ bá wa ṣe ètò yìí, àfiwọnú ẹ̀ lọ báyìí. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Kò síbi tó dàbí Africa. Everywhere is calm. Ó ní problem tiẹ̀. Bí America ṣe ń dá problem sílẹ̀, àwọn náà ni wọ́n tún wá solution sí. Let me first tell everyone that is joining us and those of you that probably don't know. America has issued a security alert yesterday on the Koiki Media. Money in tó play out ní Middle East, ó ń bọ̀ ní Nigeria. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ á máa tẹ̀ bí mi pé, where is the source of your information? Fake news. A dúpẹ́ f'Ọlọ́run pé kò ń ṣe Nigeria ni mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ journalism mi. I am not one of your brown envelope. I don't get paid by the government. But ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá là ń sọ fún pé ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Ẹ kọ̀mítì ìrànlọ́wọ́ sí platform yìí. Torí pé this is one of the platforms that will stay all the way through. A máa fi gba freedom wa. Even no matter how tough it could be, no matter what the situation are, Koiki Media, ilé-iṣẹ́ yìí ló máa wà lára many, and I hope many, but I can only speak for myself because èmi ni mo mọnú ara mi, mo lè confirm inú ẹlòmíì. Kódà mo sọ fáwọn tó ń bá mi ṣiṣẹ́, if they are not going to be interested in Yoruba Nation, they have the right to walk away, but they cannot compromise my platform because ó máa dìjà gidi láàrin mi àti wọn. So no matter what is thrown at Koiki Media, ẹ fọkàn yín balẹ̀, you have the right journalists that can give you everything that you need to know, no matter what it is. Kò sí tí journalists ò lè sọ láyé, whether it is bitter truth, whether it will hurt some of you tá jọ ń ṣe Yoruba Nation, because I know some of you tá jọ ń ṣe Yoruba Nation, tẹ́ máa ní kí má dá sọ̀rọ̀ Biafra. Like I always say, tẹ́tí yín lé ẹ̀kan sọ fún mi mo ní gbọ́, because as far as I'm concerned, Nigeria is not a country. But as I speak to you right now, there is a security alert. Farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́, farabalẹ̀ torí etí wa tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbí báyìí, a kì í gbọ́ràn. Security alert America ti issue ẹ̀. Má rìnrìn gbèrègbèrè lọ sí military barracks kó má bàa ní explosion tó máa pa ẹ́. Má rìnrìn gbèrègbèrè lọ sí any military barracks right now because America ló sọ̀rọ̀. Inter-America lè rí bí èmi ò rí tẹ́lẹ̀, nígbà tèmi ń sọ lánàá. But since tó jẹ́ pé ẹ kò rí wa bí ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ fẹ́ mú authentic pé Yorùbá nation lábẹ́ bàbá Akíntóyè àtolóyè Amadéyẹmọ àtàwọn tí wọ́n jọ ń tò ó máa bọ́ sí. Tó bá jẹ́ pé American government ló ní Yorùbá nation will be a country, ẹ máa accept it. Kódà ẹlòmíì àtúndáwó fún Donald Trump, because even Donald Trump, people raise money for him. Nígbà tí Donald Trump face election, he's a billionaire. They were even donating money to him. Tabaniko donate. Wọ́n ní torí owó la ṣe ń ṣe, wọ́n ní àtẹ̀nídìí owó. America flew over 7, I don't know, maybe more. B-2 bomber, each one of them cost $2 billion. Gbogbo operation America lọ ṣe ní Iran, only God knows how much it has cost. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ ní owó tàti ná ní 4 years ago, níbo ló wà? I keep asking. 4 years and today, owó tá ṣì ní ìdìkò tí tó, wọ́n tún béèrè ìtàn náà ní 4 years ago. You can see the psychological effect that many Yoruba people are enduring. But let me tell you today, from the news that is coming out in the last few hours, bóhùn ẹ̀ kò gbọ́, bóhùn ẹ̀ kò má gbọ́, ẹni máa kú, ẹni máa yè. Many people have died in Nigeria. Many will still die because they refuse to accept to dissolve. And that is why the topic this evening is saying to President Bola Tinubu, negotiate now. There will be more terrorism attack in Nigeria. But right now, as I speak to us on your screen, I am not the one making it up. It is not me. America is telling their citizens to stay away from the military installation across Nigeria, precisely in Abuja. Má dé government facilities tó bá jọmọ Yorùbá tó ní American passport, American government ní sọ fún ẹ. But torí wọ́n mọ Yorùbá tí mo sọ fún pé there is danger in Nigeria. You are telling me to shut up. You are telling me that I am the one bringing the war to Nigeria. But right now, as I speak to Ross, the news has been filtering out in the last few hours. It is not only Nigeria, because America ti lọ fa wèrè lọ́yàn. Wèrè tó dẹ̀ fà lọ́yàn náà máa dáhùn padà. The war in the Middle East is just the beginning. Nobody knows the end of it. But that is not my problem. My problem is how Yoruba people should tell Tinubu to negotiate now. He will either negotiate in crisis, he will either negotiate while it is peaceful, he will either negotiate while it is anarchy, or he will negotiate while Nigeria is going into a war. Economy méjèèjì. But as I speak to you right now, the situation in Nigeria is just the beginning and the end of it. My name is Olawumi Koiki. You've been following us for the last 4 years as we campaign for self-determination, which is an inalienable right. That right must be respected by President Bola Tinubu, and that right must be respected by the international community. But look at all the headlines. People's Gazette. The United States has warned its citizens to avoid Nigerian military bases and the government facilities. What are the government facilities? Mad not see any government facilities because there could be explosion, or there could be explosive rather. There could be danger. We saw 2 weeks ago, there was a bomb attack at 5 kilometers to Abuja. Tinubu doesn't know what is coming. He thinks that the Yoruba people are the one that is bringing the war. The war is already in Nigeria. Punch newspaper. U.S. warns the citizens to avoid the military government facilities in Abuja. Vanguard newspaper. Security alert. U.S. warns citizens to avoid the military government facilities in Abuja. Tribune online. Insecurity. We have told you many times, there will be more deaths. As I speak to you today, 18 passengers have been kidnapped in Kogi State. Nobody knows where they are. The government is not looking for them because the government cannot look after itself. Many Nigerians will die because they refuse to accept the truth that we must tell Tinubu to negotiate now because there is fire on the mountain. Insecurity. Avoid military government facilities in Abuja. The U.S. government is warning the citizen. Arise newspaper. U.S. Embassy issues security alert, warns Americans to avoid military and government site. Avoid trips to military government site. Daily Trust. The Cable. U.S. asks citizens to avoid unofficial visit to any military bases in Abuja. Avoid military government and it goes on and on and on and on. I am happy that it is not me saying this anymore. If they like, let them put more fire in the mountain. I am happy. I am excited. I have warned Nigerians that the end of Nigeria would happen in my lifetime. It is just the beginning. My name is Olayomi Koiki. Are you just new to this platform? Share the program. Invite others to do so, because Nigeria will end. It does not matter how prepared the politicians are. Fulani would destroy every part of Nigeria. But the Yoruba will now start telling Tinubu, is either you will negotiate peacefully or you would have no other choice than to negotiate when it is a tough time ahead. It is the day 12 of the Yoruba Nation rally. Má bẹ̀rù, má fòyà. Fulani máa ṣèkà fún Tinubu. El-Rufai will put more fire. Atiku will put more fire. They have the money. They have the terrorists in their hand. All we are saying to Tinubu is, I beg, negotiate now. You know why? It will be in the interest of every single one of us. Tó bá rò pé irọ́ ni mò ń pa, farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́n tí bàbá ẹ̀ sọ.
Jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
The Yoruba indigene.
Mo fẹ́ bá yín sọ.
I want to talk to you all.
Mo ní fẹ́ kẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tí n bá yín sọ.
And I want you to listen and accept what I'm about to say.
Mo náà ti ba abúlé yín, wọ́n ti gbà tán.
I said they are already usurping you from your villages all over Yoruba State.
Ní Ogun State.
In Ogun State.
Ọ̀ṣun State.
Osun State.
Ondo State.
Ondo State.
Anambra State.
Even Anambra
Gbogbo àwọn
State.
ilẹ̀ Igbo wọ̀nyẹn.
Even the Igbo lands as well.
Àwọn wọ̀nyí ti wọ̀.
People are already entering those places.
Tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gba gbogbo ẹ̀.
And they're already overtaking you people in your various states.
Èyí tá à ń sọ yìí sí.
What we are saying right now,
Kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀sìn o.
this is not about religion.
Christian.
Whether you're a Christian
Muslim.
or you're a Muslim,
Àwọn adájọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá.
are we are Yoruba traditional worshippers?
Àsìkò tá a gbọ́dọ̀ kó ẹ̀sìn wa papọ̀ nìyí.
This is time we must band together
Láti jà fún àwọn ilẹ̀ bàbá wa.
to fight for our father's land so that they don't overtake us in
Ẹ
it.
má jẹ́ kó fi ẹ̀sìn gba ilẹ̀ wa o.
Don't let them use religion take over our land.
Gbogbo abúlé tó ń gbà lódo state yẹn.
All those villages they've taken over in Ondo State,
Wọ́n pa Muslim, wọ́n pa Christian.
when they wanted to kill, they killed Christian and Muslim alike.
Ilẹ̀ náà jà fún kì í ṣe ẹ̀sìn.
They are fighting for the land. They are not fighting for religion.
Ẹ̀sìn náà kàn bá wọlé o.
They are just coming through the lens of
So mo
religion.
sọ fún yẹn ọmọ Yorùbá.
But I'm telling you all Yoruba
Ẹ
people,
múra o.
please be prepared.
Gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà.
Nigerians at
Ẹ
large,
múra dáadáa.
please be well prepared
Wọ́n má bàa gba ilẹ̀ yìí o.
so that they don't take you away from your father's
Wọ́n á
land.
gbé gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba.
And calling onto the royalties in Yoruba
Ọ̀ọ́ni
land.
ọ̀fífẹ́.
The Oni of Ife, the Imperial Majesty,
Kábíyèsí kádé pẹ́ lórí rẹ̀.
Kabiyesi, we greet you, sir.
Ẹ dá sí o.
Please talk about this.
Aláàfin tuntun tó ṣẹ̀ jẹ ẹ dá sí
The
o.
new Alaafin, please talk
Ẹ̀yin
about
ọba
it.
Ondo
All
ẹ dá sí o.
the kings in Ondo State,
Ẹ̀yin ọba Ọ̀ṣun Ọ̀yọ́ Lagos State ẹ dá
the
sí o.
kings in Lagos, Oyo, Osun, please talk about this.
Tókùn yẹn bá wọlé tán.
Because when the war overwhelms us,
Apá ò ní ká o.
we will not be able to do anything about it.
Èmi mo rẹ́ẹ̀dì ogun.
Personally, I'm ready for war.
Mo sọ fún ìjọkìn náà mo ní kẹ́ dira.
I told you the last time that you should fortify
Àwọn
yourself.
kan sọ pé báwo ni pásọ̀ máa lọ gbé
Some
ìlú
people
dira.
will say, why will a pastor utter that kind of statement?
Ẹ lọ dira o.
Please go and fortify
Tó bá
yourself.
yá màá gbé báìbù mi sílẹ̀.
Because when war comes, I will drop my Bible.
Madira, continue to wait for Tinubu that cannot even protect his family right now. America is warning the citizens. I'll be telling you everything you need to know. You don't want to touch the dial. You don't want to move away from the platform. If a platform is not convenient for you, we are streaming on the Koiki Media. We are now on TikTok, but we can't go TikTok live simultaneously while we are live. I was live on TikTok about some few hours ago. Go and follow me on TikTok so that you can keep up to date with the Yoruba Nation self-determination. Follow us on all the channels so that you do not miss anything out. As we prepare the program this evening, remember that we need your support. What I mean by that, the platform needs your financial donation. Kò sí nǹkan tí èèyàn lè ṣe without money. We need money. I am not asking you money for Yoruba Nation. Do not mix it together. When we say donate now, we are saying donate to Koiki Media, not donate to Koiki Media for any other reason, so that Koiki Media can continue the great job it's doing on behalf of millions of Yoruba people. Whether they agree, they are under the show, they are taking information and they are running with it. I told you on Sunday, money America ti lọ fa wèrè lọ́yàn. America ti fa wèrè lọ́yàn in the Middle East. And what does that mean? When America attacks Iran, America is also preparing for retaliation. Even though American government is warning Iran, warning them, if you dare do anything, Do not be deceived. Iran will still do more, because Iran is not just going to sit back and do not do anything. Don't come and tell me that America has the power to do whatever they can do. No. America can have the power. Iran can react back. There is problem in the Middle East, but there is bigger problem in Africa. And wherever that problem is, it is right inside Yoruba land. And that is why we are saying to those that are still disagreeing with us, those buffoons, those idiots, those that still want to go and use PVC that is not going to work, those that know that Tinubu go rig election, they are waiting for Jagaban to give them something. Bomb bastard Yoruba people, bomb bastard Nigerians that believe that Nigeria will be a great place. Even the British have started evacuating their citizens from Israel. Why not leave them there? 16, according to David Lammy. David Lammy knows that Britain can no longer secure what they've started. Britain cannot leave 16 or many more of their citizens. Yet, they are telling Nigerians, oh, don't worry, it's going to be better for you. Don't worry, by 2075, Nigeria will be a great place. Even though David Lammy, under the Secretary of State, is quickly evacuating millions and millions of their people. You think it's not life? Make now listen to what David Lammy talk.
To this fast-moving situation, our first priority remains the welfare of British nationals in Iran and Israel, and our staff.
You see, corrupt Britain. Their first welfare is the citizen that is in Israel, to pull them out, push them to Cyprus, and bring them back home. But when we say in Yoruba, government will do the same thing, many of you that are living across that region, forget it. Tinubu is not coming to rescue you. Find anywhere that you can protect yourself. I've been following my beautiful journalist, elder sister, Dr. Kemi Onoloyo, warning people in Lebanon, in Qatar, many regions in that location. If you are in Nigeria, you are waiting for Tinubu. And as we kickstart the program, remember that we are not one, but we haven't played the Yoruba anthem. Don't go anywhere. This is the international platform that tells Britain the truth. You cannot secure your citizen out of Israel and be telling we Yoruba people to remain under the Fulani Caliphate. We will destroy everything that you created. And how we're going to start it is from the media. Possible. Bomb bastard Yoruba people that doesn't accept the truth because the truth is so bitter. My name is Olawumi Koiki. Don't go anywhere because David Lammy has something to say, but I have something to show as well. And welcome back. Quite a lot is happening around the world, but let's focus our mind in Nigeria. As the breakup of Nigeria, the dissolution of Nigeria, Nigeria at the verge of breakup, but Britain is still the backbone of Nigeria. Thank you so much. I can see some credit alert coming through. Please continue to donate, no matter how small. We need the pounds, we need the naira, we need the CFA for operational purpose, not to buy weapons. We are media people, we don't buy weapons. The only weapon I buy is to change my gadget, equip my staff, and make sure that they are available for Yoruba people 24/7 without you paying us. But anything support you are, please let's keep the support going. Don't be tired. Make sure that you are supporting the only channel that will be the last person to not say this freedom, I don't tire. No, you will never hear it from Koiki Media. I can only speak for myself. And I will give you every reason and every right that Yoruba should be a country, because Britain, Farabale, Kogbo Britain wants to evacuate their people out of Middle East. But the same Britain that created Nigeria wants to tell me that we should remain in Nigeria. That empire will collapse, whatever it will take. We will be strategic. We will continue the push. We will continue the fight. It is not going to be a one-day fight. Even after a Yoruba nation is fully declared, we must protect it with our blood, with everything that remains in our blood. Tebandro de Amoba, Boba Yoni Dasi, because most suffering Oba UK can invite Ukraine Prime Minister, yet Oba UK only invite any of your king to Buckingham Palace. I will tell you that about that today. They don't want to go anywhere. Moki Babawa, Benjamin Adumati, Moki Babawa, Professor Akintoye. Most suffering any of your king, let them come out and tell me. Any of if any, Alakeni, Awujaleni, Bubumapata, Abe King Charles Lowa. That is why they can't come out and endorse a Yoruba country, a Yoruba people that have existed for 14,000 years. That for me, I don't understand. They have all compromised. Let's focus back. You have been hearing David Lammy, many of you, but you don't know who is David Lammy. David Lammy said Nigeria will be a better place by 2075. Let me give you his video that I've got ready for you, but I believe I have a better image of him as well. David Lammy was the one to was in Nigeria. After Atalo submit a letter see Odo Tinubu, Odo Kitsama, was Sari Rawa, Bekowa Bagugba Obayin, Koloba Tinubu, Ko Wani, Babakito Yati Gowo. But intent fẹ́ dáwọ́ lẹ́yìn agbára yín ò gbé o. Àwọn sọ fún David Lammy àti UK government pé agbára táwa ń lò kò ń ṣagbára ti ẹ̀dá ènìyàn, agbára tàwọn tó nílẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. Whether it is the belief that you accept it or not, àwọn tó nílẹ̀ ló gbé wa dìde, ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ lè paná ẹ̀. Ẹ gbìyànjú ni, ẹ máa mú oríṣiríṣi ète wá, ẹ máa mú oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀ àbùkù wá, but because why? Because freedom. I'm going to play music, even if that will be removed later, just for you to understand the power of freedom. Freedom is not going to be coming cheap. As a freedom fighter, you must expect everything thrown at you. They will even say that you have done this, say it doesn't matter. As long as you know that that freedom is the best thing. And you cannot buy it, but you can have every reason to fight for it with everything you have. If you don't know who David Lammy is, we'll come back to the video. Because the way that camera is pointing there, you might not see him. That is him there. David Lammy. We are all blacks. But we are telling David Lammy that he has no right to tell Yoruba people to remain in Nigeria. He has no right. You know why? David Lammy screen. Baba Kitoye is there. David Lammy is there. Who do you want to believe? Is it the Koiki Media that is lived in the UK for 27 years that knows that the UK government has compromised many things in this world? Or Igbowo to kola to ni ila to nkan ohun ni identity ohun ṣé David Lammy máa sọ fún Igbowo pé kó palẹ̀ rẹ̀ àbí Baba Kitoye, the emeritus, the one that told us that Yoruba people have been existing for 14,000 years. Who do we believe? Do we believe the UK Secretary of State? I am not saying he's telling lies. but we don't want to accept the truth from him because UK. Anything coming out of UK is lies. Let's just feel a bit of freedom. Clearly, bombasted Yoruba people, you are hearing it clearly. Igboho is telling you that the problem is coming. Oh, sunny 2021, but Tinubu negotiate now. Two ways. You will negotiate inside a war. Ogun lo in the Middle East. They are telling Iran to come back on the round table. Iran ain't no go better for you now. Don't blow us, we will fight to the last blood. They are telling Tinubu now, negotiate Nigeria before it explodes. You can end up having heart attack, Tinubu, and you will not survive it. Let's go further. Nobody wants you to be free. They want you to keep under the subjugation of the oppressor. Oppressor must rise up and fight back. This is not revolution. This is to fight back and take back one culture, one people. We're telling David Lammy, we cannot wait to 2075. Nigeria needs to be negotiated, to be divided, and return back to where it was before the slave trade and the fraudulent 1914 amalgamation. Wọ́n ní kò jáde ó náà jáde ó ń dúró dè Ìgbòho túbọ̀ máa dúró dè Ìgbòho má tètè yá jáde nísìn kò mọ̀ tó máa. America is fighting for their people. Igboho is fighting for his people. Babakito is fighting for his people. We cannot listen to Tinubu. Negotiate now before it is too late. Tinubu, negotiate now. It is going to be more bloody before 2027. My children, for enduring the pain with me. Freedom will come. I'm a bad one, but we will fight it to the last breath. And that means that you must rise up. O gbọ́dọ̀ dìde níbikíbi tó bá wà. Ìgbòho ní kọ́kọ́ ló fẹ́ ṣe. Ìgbòho sọ fún wa pé ká máa báṣẹ́ lọ, òun á pàdé wa lọ́nà. Nobody can tell us rubbish. 2075, I will be 97. Even David Lammy would be probably our old. He is the Secretary of State, moving the British citizen out of the danger zone, yet want us to remain in the shithole Nigeria so that our life can remain the same. David Lammy, freedom is coming. It will happen before 2027, and that will be the end of the British Empire in that shithole country. Ìwọ̀nba díẹ̀ ní tiyín níbẹ̀. Mo ní kẹ́ lọ ra trainer sínú ilé, ẹlòmíì máa sáré tó yẹ pé ẹ̀ sá 440 tó gò lẹ̀ ti máa dúró. The sun is going down. The sun is going down every day. And millions of our people are dying. Mourinho to send the video to me 4 o'clock in the morning. ó ń fún ọmọ ẹ̀ ní gàrí mu ẹ̀ ní sóríire gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú yẹn a máa ṣe kinní yẹn fún yín gbẹ̀yìn ni ó kù díẹ̀ sẹ́. It is you and I that will confront it head square on. The more you have sympathy for that Olori Buruku country, the more David Lammy is smiling. Lammy himself migrated. His forefathers migrated to UK, but he made it through the politics in the UK. He became the MP in one part of the United Kingdom. He's currently working as the Secretary of State, and is the one that told us after our letter that no, you cannot go out of Nigeria. Yoruba people must stay. Igbo people must stay. And we are asking David Lammy this question. He must be honest with this question and he must tell us the truth and nothing but the truth. If he can defend this question, we will remain in Nigeria. If David Lammy cannot answer this question, Nigeria will be divided across all lines because we can never be one. We are not one. We are not Igbos. We are not Igbos. I don't hate Igbos, but we are not Igbos. We are not Hausa. I don't hate Hausa. We are not Fulani. I don't hate Fulani. We are not Ijo. But on Yoruba territory, we will do whatever it takes to take it back. Even if it has to me to confront the government, we will do so. Some of you that say, you cannot fight the government. You will see. Many people have done it in the past. Go and look at the record of the IRA with the British government, and you will understand that we can fight the government. But you will not fight the government in conventional because they will kill every one of you. You fight the government strategically because government thinks that they are powerful, but we will weaken every part of the government in Yoruba land, and Yoruba nation will be declared as at the time. David Lammy, I beg, help me answer this question. One minute. David Lammy won't hijack our broadcast.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians.
David Lammy, can you come out and tell us who are Nigerians? Where is Nigeria from? Who is a Nigerian? All these lies you did with your government from 1914, the Yoruba people have now been well equipped from the information coming under the leadership of Babakitoye that we are not one, according to Baba Olowo, is a mere geographical location, and the end of Nigeria is coming as it is getting pushed. If you think that 2027 will happen in Nigeria, Fulani would destroy Nigeria in every part. And that is why America is saying, get the hell out of Nigeria if you can do so with an American passport.
We're deceiving ourselves. We are not Nigerian. Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria?
Can David Lammy tell us where is Nigeria? What part is Nigeria? Is it in Igbo land, in Hausa, or in the Middle Belt, or in the Southwest? Nigeria will go down, and the history will be read in the school that there were groups of people that rose up and fight it with the British system, that told many Nigerians the lies that Nigeria is a one united country. Nigeria is not a one united country, and that is why we are saying to President Tinubu, negotiate now. The topic this afternoon will focus on that, and the topic says, and I quote, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, negotiate peacefully so that everybody goes their separate ways. It is the day 12 of the Yoruba Nation Mega Rally. This is still part of the Mega Rally. What we have asked is not something that Tinubu cannot do. But Tinubu wants to bow for the British and the French and the German and the Americans. They do not own Yoruba land. We love those countries, but we are telling them to tell Tinubu to negotiate now. If otherwise, there is danger ahead.
What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that have been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say, pray for Nigeria, that person.
Stop praying for Nigeria. Stop the prayer for Nigeria, because Nigeria is not a country. Tinubu knows that very well. Let me quickly take you back to the parliament in the UK. Maybe some of you don't know this parliament very well. I will explain how it works. This parliament, ibi tẹ́ ń rí, ibẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti create gbogbo tó ń pè Nigeria. This parliament, this building where David Lammy is standing, this is where the first constitution was written. Everything about Nigeria is controlled by Britain. Hey, just shut up. What do you know? We have independent. No, you never had any independent, my dear. You never had any independent, young man. You never had any independent, because your independent that was negotiated for the Fulani Caliphate, was negotiated for the Sultan of Sokoto as at that period. And that is why the current Sultan of Sokoto have more privilege and respect than Tinubu today. The end of Nigeria will be witnessed by many Nigerians, and the indigenous people will reside back. We can live together, but you will respect the constitution and the laws abide of each of this country. David Lammy sọ. So the British are smart. They want to rescue their people out of the war zone. Look at Britain. I told you that the conny way they inside Britain. Share the broadcast and invite others to do so. Please go and bring everybody in. Tell the politicians that that young boy, that young man, that one where they call say Nigeria go break. Some of you are doubting it. Some of you are even saying that it cannot happen because somebody in your church is praying for Nigeria. What part of Nigeria are they praying for? Is it the Igbo land, the Yoruba land, the Hausa land that has been taken away from them? The crazy politicians will kill each other before we get to 2027. I can assure you that. Go and see Ganduje and Shetima, the devil Shetima. I was watching the video as Shetima was shaking the hand. As Shetima got to Ganduje, another Fulani man. He just moved the body language. Shetima was there at the Ganduje was at the airport. Okay, we will deal with you. They will deal with each other. Tinubu will be used as a scapegoat. But let's focus back as what is happening in the Middle East has now entered Nigeria. Most of the fight where they inside Middle East, it don't arrive. I don't see people for North. They don't shout, we no go green or we no go green. What are they not green up? Because they are in support of Iran. You can take side in the war. I don't have a problem. You can be Christian supporting Israel. You can be Muslim supporting Iran. But remember that Yoruba land can be used as a battleground. This is why Tinubu doesn't negotiate. Babakitoye has the mandate of 60 million Yoruba people to go ahead and declare Yoruba nation. If not, many lives will be lost. I repeat again, 60 million people have given Babakitoye the mandate to go ahead and declare Yoruba nation because the Northerners will flood more as America is fighting outside many miles away from Nigeria. Those in support of the Iran are already inside Nigeria. They can be part of Yoruba. We can deal with those ones because anybody that have any part to want to support terrorism in Yoruba land will be dealt with by the Yoruba government without any hesitation. We cannot allow any Yoruba Muslim to come and disturb the minds and the future of a Yoruba government. They will be dealt with the law. They are not going to be joking with. Deal with so don't pariwo Islamic fundamentalists. Let's leave them and first get the negotiation out either by peace, by crisis, by anarchy. If Tinubu refused to negotiate before 2027, Babakitoye have every right to declare Yoruba nation. We will not wait for another shithole election because election will not give peace in Nigeria in 2027. Election is going to bring war. I'll come back to that in the letter that Babakitoye. I revealed the letter again on TikTok, and I'll be giving you the pointer. Remember, we want to go back to the British Parliament when David Lammy was speaking to the members of Parliament. Have Nigerian Parliament been doing this? Are your senator deliberating how to rescue Nigerians? I saw a video where a young man, I believe he's not a young man, he's an elderly man from the Igbo. I can tell from this voice because we know who we are. That is why we are not one. If Igbo speak now, I go no. If Yoruba speak, you go no. If Hausa speak, you go no. Fulani speak, you go no. Why then are we forcing ourselves to live in this shit old madness country? The man was saying that, where is the embassy staff? Embassy staff don't run away. You know those embassy staff, most of them are Fulanis. They don't japa. They are in Cyprus. They've left Iran. They are in Cyprus. But I'll come back to that. Why would Britain want to bring their people back from the war zone? And the same Britain is advising Yoruba people to remain in a war zone. That is something that we want to question David Lammy this evening. I am not fighting him, but as a journalist, I am asking serious questions that need answer from the British government as quickly as possible. Let's listen to this.
Our crisis teams in London and the region have been working round the clock. Israel has put restrictions.
Let's start from the beginning again.
Mr. Speaker, as we respond to this fast-moving situation, our first priority remains the welfare of British nationals in Iran and Israel and our staff on the ground. Our crisis teams in London and the region have been working round the clock. Israel has put restrictions on its airspace since Friday the 13th of June. The British Embassy in Tel Aviv and British Consulate in Jerusalem are open. All our diplomats remain in place, supporting British nationals. And we have bolstered the embassy in Tel Aviv with a rapid deployment team from the UK. We have been working closely with the Israeli authorities to prepare flights to evacuate vulnerable British nationals and their dependents. Yesterday, we launched a booking portal for British nationals. Today, as soon as it was possible to enter airspace. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I can confirm to the House that a Royal Air Force A400 has flown in to Tel Aviv and taken 63 British nationals and their dependents to Cyprus, from where they will be brought home this evening. Further flights will follow in the coming days, security allowing. We will prioritise those with greatest need and contact those allocated a seat directly. We will send updates on future flights to all British nationals registered with the Foreign Office, and I encourage all British nationals still in Israel and the occupied territories to register their presence so they receive our updates.
Now, that is courtesy of the Sky News, one of the strong media in the UK. If everybody is supporting us with your £1, $1, you would also be making Koiki Media to be here more and more across Africa, still under self-determination. When we eventually have our full government, Koiki Media will decide how to get its revenue. But for now, we pray that in your heart, you will not stop supporting this platform. Let's go back and analyze the video quickly. That is David Lammy, the Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, a hard-working black man that started as an MP, well-loved after Benny Grant died, somewhere in Tottenham, an area that I know very well, not too far from the Tottenham football ground. David Lammy, as we know him, I will give you a bit of his background. But he is now saying that the British citizens that are stuck in Iran, Israel, and across is 52 years old. So he's a little bit older than me. Born on the 19th of July, 1972. David Lammy is not older than Nigeria, either is he older than Yoruba land. But as usual, politics is played across the globe. He's also playing the politics in line with the British interest in Nigeria. It's all about their interest. Whether it's America, if you hear American speaking, it's about their interest, Japan interest, German interest, French interest. What about the Yoruba interest? Have they ever thought about we, the Yoruba people, interest under many of our people that have been subjugated, that have been taken away into a different lifestyle compared to the lifestyle of a British citizen that either went to Israel for whatever reason, is now being evacuated back to UK on a Royal Air Force aircraft. Is that not hypocrisy? That the British government can tell the Yoruba people that have had a lifestyle before the slave trade, that have had respect for women, that have had respect for welfareism, that have had respect for humanity. The British government, in coherence with Nigerian government, is saying that we should remain in Nigeria. The question is how? Let's analyze this video again, one at a time.
Mr. Speaker, as we respond...
He's saying to Mr. Speaker, in the future Yoruba government, this is how we will be operating and far better, where we will deliberate how to rescue Yoruba people if there's a problem somewhere, how to defend the right of Yoruba people regardless of whether it commit a crime in Thailand, in Australia, wherever they are. We will send our representative. No Nigerian embassy can respect you as a citizen of Nigeria anywhere, as I have lived in the UK for more than 2 decades. You will not get a consular respect in UK, not to talk about any of the Middle East. So whoever is living in the Middle East right now, you are on your own, because Nigerian government is not coming. This is the difference between a Yoruba future government tó máa fún ẹ ní àǹfààní tó máa jẹ pé tí nǹkankan bá ṣe o bóhùn ẹ onófẹ́ bóhùn ẹ kò nófẹ́. A Yoruba aircraft will be penetrating across the space as we have the airspace open. So the window of the airspace is what the British is working with. As America was going to attack on Saturday, Israel closed its airspace because they know that the B-2 bomber were coming. Woo! But as soon as they opened the airspace, 63 citizens were removed. How many millions of Yoruba people are we going to move to UK to come and live with us? How many can go and live in any African countries? How many can go and live even in America, in Asia? This is why a Yoruba government has the right to be declared as quickly as possible, because we can no longer live in a country where we are living in fear. We are living in constant fear on a daily basis. And the reason for that is the fraudulent amalgamation that was put together by Britain has had great impact on the lives of our people. And the only way we can elevate the pain, according to Baba Akintoye, is by removing Nigeria from ourselves and going back as Omo Dudua, Omo Yoruba, Yoruba Kingdom. Do not fight yourself about the name calling that it will be. The first fight is to make sure that we can exit out of this shit old 1914 fraudulent amalgamation. Prepare yourself for the battle ahead, because it is not going to come cheap. Let's go back to David Lammy. I want to focus on David Lammy. David Lammy wants to rescue many British out of the war zone.
Our first priority remains the
same David Lammy under the UK government doesn't want Baba Akintoye to rescue us. You can see the hypocrisy of this British system. They can go and rescue 63 people. I am not saying that those 63 people, but Ori Koloni, Abori Meji, ìwọ tó ń gbọ́ mi, kí ló dé tó wá ń tako Baba Akintoye? Baba ní kó jáde, òun ò fi jáde. Baba fẹ́ gba orí ẹ̀ kúrò lọ́wọ́ Britain, because Britain ti mú orí gbogbo wa, ó gbé sábẹ́ Fúlàní, ó wá gbé Tinubu lé lórí. Àwọn wo Jagaban ọmọ Yorùbá ni. Ọmọ kì í ṣe di bẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀, kí lẹ̀kẹ̀ má jà, gbogbo lẹ̀kẹ̀ ló ti já nídìí ẹ̀ báyìí. Tí UK bá lè gbéra pé àwọn fẹ́ lọ gba àwọn 63 sílẹ̀, I don't know whether there are many of them, but imagine taking an aircraft to go and bring 63 people back because they are in danger. What about Yoruba people that are in danger in Nigeria? What do we do around them? How do we help them? How do we rescue them? What more can we do? The only thing we can do is for us to say to the 60 million Yoruba people, your life is now secure under the rules that says self-determination is an inalienable right. That right will be respected by anybody, regardless of whether you are APC, PDP, regardless of whether you have the interest for Yoruba government. We will use that to free ourselves. Self-determination. Article 3, indigenous peoples have the right to self-determination. By the virtue of that right, which Baba Akintoye is currently using, they are freely determining their political status, not the one that criminal Tinubu is using presently. They are freely pursue their economic, where we can run a better economic and nobody needs to go to America and go and look for greener pasture. You don't have to go to UK. You don't even have to go to Libya, where you can build a bungalow as a Yoruba person in Libya, but a Yoruba man in Ibadan, in Ojo Elegba, in Ijebu-Igbo, in Abeokuta, in Ekiti, in Osun, in Kwara, in Ilorin, cannot build a bungalow. You know why? Because the economic situation of Nigeria has become vaporized by the Fulani Caliphate. We can also have our social and cultural development, but those that disagree wants David Lammy to continue to laugh that by 2075, the fake country that they created that has expired, that have died, still can maintain another 50 years. 50 years from now, Fulani will have taken full control of every part of Yoruba land. And this is the reason why we are saying, President Bola Tinubu, you still have the mandate. You still have the opportunity. You still have what it takes. In the interest of your people, in the interest of peace and unity, and this Lugaderism amalgamation, whatever that means to you. That is Lugard, the man with the muster that was working for the British as the governor administrator. Toloku apapo mo Igbo tafin ba Igbo jalene. Toloku apapo pẹ̀lú Hausa tó wá gbé Fulani ní gbogbo wa lórí. For over 65 years, Fulani now have the privilege to move and kill, maim, rape, and nobody dares say no. They have been operating for 65 years. Baba Akintoye now say, Tinubu, Omolodu Ode, Tinubu, Jagaban, negotiate now. So I'm going to take us back to the letter, and I've already highlighted the pointer I want to use this evening. This was the letter Baba Akintoye sent to Tinubu last month, and I'll read it straight away. What we have asked is that in time béèrè fún Jagaban Omolodu Ode, because ní gbọ́ràn, èmi mọ̀ pé ní gbọ́ràn. Àwọn tó ń tì ẹ́ yẹn, wọ́n máa tì ẹ́ wọnú kòtò. Bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ yìí, inú kòtò ló máa end up sí tó o bá careful. We are calling you back, but you are not going to listen. This is Koiki Media bringing the world closer to our doorsteps. The only platform that analyzes the international, the local, and merge it together and explode your mind and determine whether you still want to remain in that shit Olori Buruku bomb bastard country called Nigeria that British created in 1914 that will be destroyed from top to bottom by the Fulanis, because we're not the one going to destroy it, because I don't have what it takes to destroy it. The letter tí Baba Akintoye kọ sí Tinubu la ṣe tún lọ fún Tinubu pé negotiate now, negotiate now. Má gbọ́ sí David Lammy, negotiate now. America ti lọ fa wèrè lọ́yàn, negotiate now. What we have asked is that you, Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, should facilitate negotiation between representative of Nigerian federal government, àwọn tó máa kó wá, àti àwọn tó mọ Yorùbá people. Fún ìdí kan péré, kò ṣe pé ká wá sọ pé nígbà tá a bá wá jọ pàdé, wà wá ní náà, ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ ṣe 2027. No, ìyẹn kọ́ là ń bẹ̀ sọ Tinubu. Èyí tá à ń bẹ̀ sọ ni pé bó ṣe máa jẹ́ ká lọ negotiate. Ní wà nínú Nàìjíríà, ní Nàìjíríà kọ́ láti máa negotiate. A máa gbéra wa lọ síta ní Vienna, bí a ní Brussels ni, bí a ní New York ni, a máa jókòó níbẹ̀. ECOWAS máa bá wa jókòó, EU máa bá wa jókòó, United Nations representative máa bá wa jókòó. Àwa jọ debate bá ṣe ended. My Chrome disconnected itself, but I am fully back, as you might see, that I am monitoring my screen and I am monitoring the situation. Let's bring it back on quickly as we have Jagaban face. Lugard created Nigeria. Jagaban has the right now. He has the power. He's the one in government. He doesn't need anybody to tell him what to do, but he doesn't want to do what we are doing. I gotta greet my mom, because if not for her, you might probably not be hearing me, because I will not be here speaking on behalf of the 60 million Yoruba people. So shout out to my beautiful mother and to my children and my wives as usual. Let's go back to the letter. Let me quickly analyze it in Yoruba as much as I can. Kí n ṣe àyàn gbé fún ẹ. Torí èdè òyìnbó, èdè tí kò ń ṣe tiwa ni. Mo gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa, bó máa ṣe ìwọ̀nba tí bá lè ṣe. In tá ń béèrè fún Tinubu, òun ni pé sórí àtẹ̀ láìkì wàhálà. Wà rí pé àjà látijọ́ yìí, àdàlúrú. Ṣe ìzọ̀búzọ̀bú èyíbà èyí ìzọ̀bú èyíbà ìzọ̀búzọ̀bú èyíbà èyí. Àwọn òṣè yẹn. Àgbébọn kọlu ọlọ́pàá, àgbébọn kọlu sójà. Sórí pé láti bí ọdún 4 kó tó di pé ó di president, o lè sọ pé o gbọ́ nípa Yorùbá nation. Tó bá ní ò gbọ́rọ̀ ló pa, o lè parọ́ fún rẹ̀, o lè parọ́ fáwa. O mọ̀ pé bàbá Akíntóyè ló ń lead Yorùbá nation. O mọ̀ pé ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ló wà lẹ́yìn bàbá Akíntóyè pẹ̀lú gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè. Nígbà tí wọ́n wá ní èmi ló kàn, ó fi yẹn parọ́ fún àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá nínú Abẹ́òkúta pé tó bá ti débẹ̀ o, ayé yín máa dá, ebi ò ní pa yín. Sórí gbogbo yẹn àwáwí nìyẹn. In táwa ń béèrè fún òun ni a fẹ́ gba orílẹ̀-èdè, a dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ ká jọ jókòó. Ọlọ́run ti gbé débẹ̀, kò ń ṣe rẹ̀ ló gbé, kò ń ṣe gbogbo ohun ògùn tó bá ṣe kò gbé débẹ̀. Àdúrà tó ṣe kọ́ ló gbé débẹ̀. Ohun Elédùmarè Ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀ ló gbé débẹ̀. Má wá jẹ́ kí Ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀ kó gbàbọ̀dè fún ẹ, Tinubu. Tó bá jẹ́ kí Ẹlẹ́dàá ẹ̀ gbàbọ̀dè fún ẹ, wàá rí pé orí ẹ̀ yẹn wàá fàgbọ́n lórí ẹ̀. Torí a sì lè negotiate ara wa nísìn. Sórí bó ṣe jẹ́ president yẹn, tètè pé bàbá Akíntóyè kó wá béèrè pé níbo ni ká ti pàdé. Àwa ní Vienna láti máa pàdé, níbì kan láti máa pàdé nínú Nàìjíríà o. Àwa jókòó, a dẹ̀ máa tètè mú ọjọ́ before 2027, because o lè fi olórí burúkú tiẹ̀ fi kó bá wa. Má fi olórí burúkú tiẹ̀, tí wọ́n bá ti lórí burúkú lára, má fi tiẹ̀ kó bá wa. Torí Fúlàní ń bọ̀, wọ́n ń bọ̀ báyìí, à ń rí wọn. Fúlàní ti wọlé dé. Ìyẹn ni bàbá Akíntóyè ṣe sọ fún ẹ pé tètè ọmọ olódù ọdẹ ilẹ̀kẹ̀ ti jáde díẹ̀, jẹ́ ká negotiate, kájọ jókòó. Nǹkan kan tá dẹ̀ fẹ́ negotiate ni peace. Sórí tó o bá ti jẹ́ kí ìlànà peace jáde, sórí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nílé àtàwọn tó ń bẹ ní diaspora, wọ́n ní time yẹn ti ń pẹ́ ju bó ṣe yẹ lọ. Mo wo movie kan lọ́sàn-án yìí. Ẹni tó bá láǹfààní tó bá ní Netflix, ẹ lọ wo movie yẹn. Ẹni tó bá ní Netflix, ẹ wá movie yẹn kẹ́ lọ wò ó àbí kó lọ download ẹ̀. In tí mo wò nínú movie yẹn, Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, àwọn tó ní ẹ shut up, kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe, kí lẹ fẹ́ ṣe, kí lẹ ní èlé máa ṣe. Èmi ò sọ pé a máa ṣe nǹkan kan, bọ̀ farabalẹ̀ kó wo tọ́pìkì, screenshot bíbá yóò screenshot tètè screenshot. Sórí múfì yìí nǹkan kan ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ táwọn aráàlú náà ò ní gbà. Ìtọ́ ṣe níbẹ̀ ẹnu mi kọ́ ló ti máa gbọ́, ẹnu tèmi kọ́ ló ti máa gbọ́, ìwọ náà lọ wò. In tí ọmọ Yorùbá ń sọ fún Tinubu ni pé jẹ́ ká jókòó. Sórí àwọn olóṣèlú tó ń sọ fún, torí wọ́n ń pè mí lẹ́yìn, wọ́n sọ fún wa, wọ́n sọ fún àwọn kan pé a fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ yín o, àmọ́ Tinubu ni kò jẹ́ ká darapọ̀ mọ́ yín. Ó máa kó gbogbo wọn sínú wàhálà o. Gbogbo orí yín ló máa fi fàgbọ́n látòkè délẹ̀ wa láìtàláì súnmọ́ bí láìláìlázílá hùwà, kò sí bàbá ẹni tó lè sọ pé kò ní rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Má wàá jẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹni tó bá ń bèrè orúkọ múvì yẹn, torí à ń rìkọ́dì ilé náà, òun náà pè ní Heaven and Hell. Ó mọ̀ pé heaven wọ́n níbì kan ní wà lókè, èmi ò mọ̀ ẹni tó lọ tó padà. gbogbo akọ̀ máa ń gbọ́ pé heaven wà níbì kan ni but sórí hellfire yẹn ní Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ sọ fún Jagaban ẹni kò jẹ́ ká negotiate peacefully. Fúlàní ní àwọn ń bọ̀ America government, US government, ó ní Nigerians àti àwọn ọmọ America. US embassy ó ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn wọn òun ni mo fi wọ̀nyí lẹ́ẹ̀kan ó warn àwọn citizen wọn wherever you are in Nigeria, avoid any military bases. Can we now say that every military basis in Nigeria has been compromised? The evidence is out there. That is the headline in Mikomoso, People's Gazette. But because we are worried and scared because the situation in the military in the Middle East, Nigeria, in America, one our citizen one. Bàbá kí ó yẹ tí ń wà bí ọdún márùn-ún àmọ́ Tinubu tó débẹ̀ lé nísìn ṣe ló gbójú sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ báyìí ó ṣe bígbà tẹ́ pé etí òun di kò gbọ́n kankan ó gbọ́ àmọ́ wọ́n ní ó sọ fún bàbá kí tó yẹ pé bàbá ẹ lọ jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan bàbá yẹ lọ jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kan bàbá wa ní kí n rán ẹ létí pé a sì lè negotiate. Ẹkún táwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tó ti ń sun láti ìgbà tí wọ́n ti kó wọn sínú Nàìjíríà ara tó ní wọn a fẹ́ gbọ́n dànù ọ̀nà tá a lè fi gbọ́n dànù ni pé ká dá dúró gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè tiwa ká gba òmìnira tiwa ká dá dúró àfẹ́ṣe Nàìjíríà mọ́ tó bá wá ní òfin negotiate wọ́n ní tó bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ á jẹ́ pé o fẹ́ jẹ́ kí àwọn Fúlàní túbọ̀ máa ṣe jàǹbá lórí wa o dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ara máa ní wá ara ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ ní wá mọ́ la ṣe ń pariwo pé a fẹ́ lọ hey insecurity o lè kápá ẹ̀ mọ́ Tinubu o lè kápá ẹ̀ mọ́ ó ti kọjá agbára ẹ̀ o lè kápá ẹ̀ mọ́ Amẹ́ríkà ti ń sọ nísìn fáwọn ọmọ wọn pé ẹ tètè evacuate ẹni tó bá mọ Tinubu ẹni kó sọ fún rẹ̀ pé ṣé lùgádì tí ó kó gbogbo àpapọ̀ nígbà tó ẹ̀ tí bí Tinubu ṣé kò wá dá kí Tinubu kó overturn ẹ̀ kó overrun ẹ̀ àbí kó overturn ẹ̀ tó bá náà wọ́n ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ò sọ pé nǹkan báyìí la fẹ́ ṣe. We will continue our campaign, but we will continue our mobilization. We will continue to tell the truth to the world that the country that has been put together needs now to come to an end. And that is the only thing we can do. We don't have the power, but we have what it takes upstairs to destabilize the system. US government probably knows something is coming. Is it a military coup? Is it an attack on the federal government? Is it the Fulani that are now coming more and more? Let me remind us that there was a bomb threat in Abuja, not just a bomb threat, but it actually a suicide bomber. A suicide bomber in Abuja happened some few weeks back. Does the US government that has all the resources that you can ever think of, we have now started seeing more of the suicide bomber across Nigeria. Let me give you some of the timeline quickly. Last week, there was a Kano bomb attack. There was Borno bomb attack. There was Plateau bomb attack. Could Lagos be the next location? Could Oyo State be the next location? Could Ogun State? Could Osun? Níbo ló máa jẹ́ the next location? Ọmọ Yorùbá tí ó ń dispute pé a máa lọ fún 2027 tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí yín bomb sí gbogbo ibi tí ó ti fẹ́ lọ ṣe election. Ǹjẹ́ ó ronú bẹ́ẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ ọmọ tí El-Rufai fẹ́ ṣe? Let me take you to ABC News, one of the news networks in the United States of America, where people pay for them to show their services. But tabani kesanwo fún Koiki Media, kesanwo port wa keran wa lọ́wọ́, you will always say, why is it all about money? ABC News, as you can see, June 21, 2025 at 11:35 a.m. The headline, suicide bomber killed at least 10 people in a restaurant in the northeast. Ìgbòho Nàìjíríà, bàbá Kító yá lè tètè gbòmìnira wa. Wọ́n náà wọn ò fẹ́ wọṣọ funfun. Wọ́n náà wọn ò fẹ́ jáde, àmọ́ bọ́ǹbù ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jáde báyìí. Now, in the last 5-day closer, now America is now saying to their citizens, don't go anywhere near that military installation, okay? Stay away from it. Stay away from it because there is going to be, I don't know, America, I told you 2 weeks ago out of Nigeria, but you're not going to believe me until it's going to happen. It will eventually happen because the Nigerian government doesn't have the capacity to stop it. Fulani has invaded every hooks and corners of Nigeria. We saw them bringing them to Lagos State as grasshopper. Suicide bomber kills at least 10 in a restaurant in the northeast. A suicide bomber in Nigeria northeast state of Borno State has killed at least 10 people, injured several others in an explosion in a restaurant. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Boom! A suicide bomber ó wọlé níbi táwọn èèyàn ti ń jẹun, ó pààyàn 10 ní Saturday tó lọ yìí o, èní ní Monday, Saturday 21 lélẹ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. The blast occurred in Konduga area late on Friday / Saturday. Police spokesman told the Associated Press. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack. That means we don't even know either Namaharudawa, Boko Haram, ISWAP. They have kept mute. But Nigeria Northeast has been hit by attacks carried out by Islamic militants from the Boko Haram group and what they call the splinter, that is the Islamic State West African province. They are all operating. If you probably forgot, Osun State, last year, December, they already have a terrorist cells. Let me tell you, all those Okada rider, all those ones with the suicide bombers, they are just waiting. Boko Haram, Nigeria homegrown jihad, where Tinubu thinks that, yeah, go and fight them. Go and fight them. Who are they going to fight? The people that have been supported and sponsored by the same governors, from El Rufai to all those governors in the northeast, have been the northwest with the in the north. They are the one that continue to sponsor these criminal terrorists that is killing millions of our people. Babakito wants something Tinubu, let us negotiate now. Over 35,000 civilians have been killed in town in Borno State, Nikolonso, not Gbogbo Nigeria. More than 2 million people have been displaced. What the heck do we still want to keep in Nigeria? Idiot all over the place. Despite promises by ABC News, letting boy you, and if you think you don't know what ABC News is about, I can give you a bit of their back, or yes, the value of ABC News, so that you can understand that the power of the media is the most important thing. ABC News, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, is highly valued for its accurate news and information as part of a community offering value, insight into the current event and their significance. ABC News also emphasized the value of integrity. Koiki Media has been telling you, no, you don't want that. While your life is miserable and you cry every day for, I saw one video, police is beating me. I said, police never kill you. Only beating you, they cry. But when you tell the same person, let's break up, he said, no, I don't want to break. We're going to find a legal leadership. We're going to bring somebody, or fake people. That is the situation. Nobody knows what more is coming. Let me take you back to the Benue killings. Even after Tinubu visited, there have been Tinubu Losibe. There have been more killings. But something is now happening. The Benue youth threatened mass protests. Protest is not going to solve it. Dissolution will solve it. If you like, protest from now to thy kingdom come. Benue killing, Nasarawa group dispute for thief claim calls for borders. 20 hours ago, Channels Television, Benue killing security operative announced arrest of suspect. If they say they don't arrest somebody, trust me, innocent people have been picked up. The real terrorists are still there, smiling and laughing. Let's come back to the reality. How much more do you want to keep Nigeria, Tinubu? How much more do you want the lives of your people to be killed, whether they are not Yoruba? We value every human life. Tinubu, negotiate now in the interest of everyone. Negotiate. There's nothing bad to lower your ego. If you don't, a lot can happen and unfold after 2027. But I will draw the 2027. Ìdí tá ṣe ń sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá nílé lóko pé àsìkò tá wà yìí àsìkò iṣẹ́ la ṣì wà àìtí sí ní àsìkò eré. Yoruba nation is not a comedy. Yoruba nation is not a child's play. Yoruba nation is the value for dignity, respect of human lives, to end the shenanigans of the 1914 fraudulent amalgamation, to end the injustice that is taking place across Yoruba land today, and to remind those that are still saying that we should save Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be saved. Nigeria has come to the end, and we can never be one. Let everybody go their separate ways, and the future will be a brighter place for me and you. Anything short of that, we will all face the serious consequence of it. It is not late yet. Let us divide Nigeria now. Tinubu. Let us end Nigeria now. I am getting the breaking news. As I speak to you right now, Iran launches missile towards the US base in Qatar. Oguitide, another state. My team are just giving me the update as I speak to you right now that an attack has occurred. Let's go straight to that break. An attack has been already popping up by Iran in Qatar. The war is getting into another stage. Yeah, I can see it now. Let's give you the headline, the update. I'm going to open the phone line, and I'll be also inviting you to join us, as this is the only channel that is up to date, giving you as it's happening very fast. It's a breaking news. Let me give you some of the four major that has come on my screen. CNBC, a trusted news network like Koiki Media, Iran attacked a U.S. military base in Qatar. Remember, I told you yesterday that America warned Iran, if they burn your papa well, attack us. Iran said, they burn my papa well, I attack you. Let's start it. Hey, hey, la 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 la. Al Jazeera flares over Qatar Doha explosion heard amid U.S.-Israel-Iran conflict. The Guardian, Israel-Iran war live explosion reportedly heard in Qatar amid fears. ABC News that I was still talking about, Israel-Iran update, Qatar closed airspace for safety of residents and visitors. It is becoming more interesting. This is what the Fulani will do for Tinubu come 2027. They will take out every airspace. They will take out the water. And they will take the land. Iran attacked Okawa because as I speak to you right now, I have already seen the Northerners in support of Iran. And that means, and many things would happen. Iran launched what it called a powerful and destructive missile strike on the United States Al-Udu military base in Qatar. The attack came 2 days after the US B-2 bomb on a cruise missile site in Iran. President Donald Trump, Defense Secretary EXCELLENCY, Chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff Dan Ken, and other officials were in the White House Situation Room monitoring development, just like I am doing right now on the Koiki Media channel. Let us get the update. Let's watch this. It is now going to be more explosive and many more lives will be lost. If you cannot find the means to negotiate Tinubu, you also bring in many life to be lost. And I believe we can go straight to the Sky News and pick up signal from there. Am I right way? Let's keep the support coming through so that we can be able to expand more. There are many things that we can still do, but for now, let's hear it as it's breaking this particular day. Sources to Fox imminent threat of Iranian attack. I'm sure I don't believe it. Mokibugualen can say, Yoruba people, Yoruba nation is the only solution. Let's get the update as we have it right now. Iran has attacked the military base of America in Qatar. Koiki Media bring our doorstep. Bear with us, man, and it's going.
Time now for big breaking news coming in from Qatar this time. Explosions have reportedly been heard over Doha. Reports coming in citing Israeli officials say that Iran has long peaked. More reports are coming in of explosions being heard in Doha. Qatar decided to temporarily suspend air traffic in the country today as a precautionary measure due to regional security concerns. Authorities are closing and continuously monitoring the situation, assessing developments in coordination with regional and international.
News no Langboye. This is how Fulani has also been operating, maiming, killing, raping. Identity will never come to true as we want it to be. But our Yoruba and Sofun, they're telling us to shut up.
Escalated. The British government followed the US in advising its citizens to shelter in place in Qatar.
So that is the development as we're watching it on the Koiki media, and that is as it is. Ṣé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó ti kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀. I gotta pick up this call. It's an urgent one, and I'll be back on my seat in just about a few minutes. I'll release the audio back on this while I return back in just about a few minutes.
Air traffic in the country today, a precautionary measure to reduce security concerns. It is closely and continually monitoring the situation, assessing developments in coordination with regional and international partners. And this latest salvo of strikes by Iran in U.S. air bases in the Gulf states was predicted, and now it is happening. And this is according to Israeli officials who say that Qatar or Iran has started off with Qatar. Qatar's airspace shutdown coincides with Iran's threats to retaliate against the United States following U.S. strikes on its nuclear facilities over the weekend. Earlier, the U.S. Embassy in Qatar issued a warning to Americans in the Gulf to shelter in place until further notice as tensions in the region spiral. And the British government and the UK government followed suit by advising its citizens to take shelter in Qatar.
Wow.
Once again, this is breaking news coming in from Qatar, and explosions have reported in Doha, and this is according to an Israeli official who says that some US bases in Qatar
media network
have been struck.
And now we're going to open the phone line, bringing the results to your doorstep. Àkọlé ètò tá à ń ṣe lọ kí ìjọba Tinubu kó dákun kó jọ à ń bẹ̀ ni àmọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ lódò ọdẹ ò ní gbẹ́bẹ̀ kó má jẹ́ kí in tó ń bọ̀ kó dà lé òun lórí, tó bá dà lé lórí so be it. Àmọ́ àmọ̀ràn tí bàbá Akíntóyè ń sọ fún Tinubu lórí lẹ́tà tọkọ sí ní last month tí a dẹ̀ ti ṣe analysis lè tó pọ̀ tá a dẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe lọ lálẹ́ yìí tí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá dẹ̀ gbà pé lóòtítọ́ lódodo bàbá Akíntóyè has our mandate at the appropriate time. Farabalẹ̀ kó gbọ́ mi kó má misquote me. At the appropriate time to do whatever it does or whatever it can. Òyìnbó máa ń kọ́yàn lẹ́nu. Whatever it can and decide the fate of 60 million out of Nigeria. But to start with is what we have been told. Let's go out there and do the needful, continue our campaign through the means to exit the contraction known as Nigeria. Also, fast-moving development. America sọ fáwọn ọmọ wọn pé má gba iwájú military base kankan kọjá ní Nigeria lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ torí pé ó léwu tó pọ̀. Má gbàbẹ̀ kọjá, àwọn sọ fún ẹ, àwọn rò ẹ. Try to avoid it. Èmi náà wá sọ fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá, bí America bá sọ fún yín, under this government that Tinubu is doing, kò ní sọ títọ́ fún yín torí pé Tinubu ọmọ lódò ọdẹ irọ́ ti pọ̀jù nínú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yìí, and they have no capacity to support, assist every indigenous people as we speak today, and many lives will still be at stake. So that is coming as we continue this update, and I'll be taking all calls and also getting you ready as I send a link. StreamYard. The question I'll be asking is, can Tinubu negotiate with Yoruba people? Ǹjẹ́ President Tinubu lè negotiate pẹ̀lú ọmọ Yorùbá láti lè exit Nigeria? Ìbéèrè tí mo ń béèrè yẹn fún èyí tí ẹ máa gbọ́ díò yìí àtẹ̀yìn tẹ̀ ń wò wá lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ǹjẹ́ President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ǹjẹ́ ó lè negotiate pé kí ọmọ Yorùbá kó dá dúró láìra pé à ń béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa tí kò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ mú jà wá? Thank you so much for the super chat. my big brother Aziz Badeshere. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá fẹ́ ràn wá lọ́wọ́, ilé iṣẹ́ lè ràn lọ́wọ́ o. Kò ń ṣe pé owó Yorùbá Nation ẹ̀ ń dá sí wa lọ́wọ́. No, you are helping this organization called Koiki Media. Just like ABC News, CNN News, BBC News, Fox News, Sky News, and many, many more news like that. Most of them are partly funded by their government. While we don't have a government that can fund me, having you to fund me means you want us to stay afloat with our work as a media organization. So link here, I think Jusita, if you want to join the link, join the link now. And if you want to call in, the line is now officially open as I have now opened our Wi-Fi. So mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, Baba wa Gani Oloyede sọ pé no, capital no, that Tinubu will not negotiate. Kí ló dé tí Tinubu ò ṣe ní negotiate? Mo kí ìyá wa Ọlájírè Coker. Regards to our bona fide mother Elizabeth Adesoya. Wọ́n náà kì í. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok, I mean, àti lórí TikTok, but I was live on TikTok earlier today. If you have not joined my follow me on TikTok, please do so. As I speak to you right now, we have 2 Instagram operating simultaneously. We have 3 YouTube channels operating simultaneously. We have 2 Facebook operating. One of our Facebook has been suspended till July 13. We are live on the Mixlr. We are live on the Twitter space. We are also live on the video of the Twitter. So that means that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 channels. But all this channel still needs your help to project self-determination to the mind of those that believe that Tinubu 2027 is the solution. So why Tabandro the calls, or those of you that will join through this, the link, I'm sending a link out. The link is just for you to click on it, studio, and we can have conversation and we can deliberate. The topic that we are using today at the day 12 of the Yoruba Nation mega rally. Some might say, rally not lele. Yes, a media that is speaking like this, the government is aware that we're asking for something. And what we are asking for, that is what the media is projecting. So government more the power of the media. They might tell you that they don't know the power of the media, but trust me, if nobody knows, Tinubu Jagaban knows very well that the Yoruba is France. Yesterday, after my broadcast, I like a lot of feedback. And this individual message, I decided to communicate it with the top hierarchy of the movement. And something was came back out of what I was told. I'm trying to pull up my WhatsApp and then I can read. We have been able to come out for 12 days. That is a great bonus for us. The other way around, we might have been attacked, many lives might be lost. We might be managing the crisis now, but don't be in denial that it might not change in the near future. How soon, I will leave that. But right now, Nibiti Abasha Denisin, and I'm reading from the message. I will not read it out, but I'll just do some analysis around it. After my broadcast, I got a message from France. They gave a lot of, evaluation of what we have done in the last 12 days, including today. And moving forward, I will not tell you some of what have been proposed. But one thing is, the evaluation has the rules and specific procedure. So taba sọ̀rọ̀ pé nǹkan báyìí láti ṣe, ibi báyìí la bá dé, à ń ṣe evaluation ẹni. We are not yet a government. We pray to be a government very soon. That is our future ambition. A fẹ́ di ìlú. Ìwọ tó wá ń sọ pé bàbá bá sọjọ́ agbára lọ sọ fún bàbá yẹn kò lè jẹran mẹ́ta bó ṣe wà yẹn. ó lọ sí party kan pẹ̀lú Atiku àti Gowon gbogbo wọn bẹ́yẹn tó bá gbé ẹran mẹ́ta síwájú wọn ò lè jẹ ẹran mẹ́ta. And if you think that Obasanjo have interest for a Yoruba country, níbi tó ti kú lọ yẹn, he doesn't have any interest. So don't talk about Obasanjo is as useless as a she-goat. And don't talk about any of your elders, because the only elder ta ní oní Baba Akintoye tí ó ń fi orí tó ti di àgbàlagbà tẹ́ bá ríru bàbá yẹn. So kí ni purpose reason ta ṣe ní a fẹ́ country a fẹ́ gba independent? No, let me put it this way. What is the purpose ta ṣe sọ pé a máa ṣe Yoruba Nation mega rally? The purpose is to give us independence. Kò sí any other purpose. The only purpose of we coming out òun ni pé a fẹ́ gba orílẹ̀-èdè wa. So without a rally, kò lè ignite the next thing. Kí ló ń pè ní ignite? You must put fire to something before it burns. What is the scope? What is the scope of reason why we are out? Kí ni scope? Òun là ń pè ní self-determination. Keep commenting and make sure let's push this broadcast further. Atiwa níbi tí many Yoruba people are now determined that ó dà ń pè nǹkan táwọn Yoruba Nation yìí sọ ó dà ń pè right o, but ọ̀nà wo ló fẹ́ fi gbà jáde? Because they believe, from their mind, àwọn believe pé Nigeria is a big conglomeration or whatever you want to call it, big industry ni. Báwo lè ṣe máa carve out Yorùbá jáde kúrò ní Nigeria? Àní àmì tiwa, àní ọlọ́pàá tiwa, àwọn táwọn pè ní warrior, wọ́n ṣe warrior torí wọ́n ò níbọn. A warrior in any condition must have weapons. America sọ fún wa nígbà tí wọ́n lọ attack Iran pé we are grateful to our warriors. We don't have the capacity as that. But what we can do are not something that can be projected on the social media. Tabakon sọ díẹ̀ nú ẹ̀ tí tèmi sọ yẹn ó lè má jẹ́ yẹn gan la máa ṣe. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan la lè ṣe. So purpose of the rally is to give us independence, self-determination to determine our political, economic ambition. Bí bàbá wa Waris Jinadu ṣe sọ, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, mo kí bàbá wa Kúnlé Ṣítà, mo kí àwa Esther Ewetuga, sorry, JP, Triple DRS, thank you so much. So tá bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé à ń jáde fún rally, ká jáde fún rally, a fẹ́ rally yẹn kó lè ignite independence. The purpose, tó bá sọ pé purpose, P-U-R-P-O-S-E. Anything you are doing, you must know a purpose. Tinubu is doing Nigeria because of his selfish ambition. Kọ́lé jókòó sínú aircraft. I'll be president now. Kọ́mọ ẹ̀ máa káàkiri bí ẹ ṣe lówó lè mọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Moki Dizima 123. A crime against innocent person. Moki Yawa Elizabeth Adesoya. I can monitor all the screen. Please share the program. Baba Bankole Razak, Mokini Korodu, Mokini Badagri, Mokini Benin Republic. Daniel Adeyemi, good evening. Deputy, good evening. Daniel Adeyemi, good evening. So again, I'm getting some more updates. More update is coming. More update is coming. Iraq has also been attacked. Iraq has been attacked. What is going on? The war is moving to another level. Yes, Iran, mid-state media says attack has begun on the US base in Qatar and Iraq. This is a breaking news coming on the Koiki media. As I speak to you right now, we are monitoring the situation in the Middle East. As I speak to us right now, you don't want to go out of this broadcast. You want to stay put. Madide Joko Dada, sorry, because the situation, let me tell you what the time is. The time now in Iran, as I speak to us, is exactly coming up to 9:30 p.m. local time. That means this is the time that the weapon have been projected and sent to the American base. We don't know how Donald Trump government will respond. But as I speak to us right now on my screen, as my team are monitoring the situation behind the scene, let me tell you, Iran state media says an attack has begun on the U.S. bases in Qatar and Iraq with explosion heard in Qatar, Al Jazeera report. We were talking about Qatar earlier, but it seems that it's not just Qatar, it's also happening in Iraq. All this is happening at a very, very fast pace. On Koiki Media, you're also getting the development, but we are still sticking to our own condition with Tinubu. What is the condition? Negotiate now. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ jẹ́ bàbá àgbàlagbà, ẹ pè àwọn olóṣèlú àdúgbò yín, ní lè dúró táwọn ọmọ yìí bá jáde tán, eléyìí tá ṣìjọ jáde nísìn, ìjáde tán jáde yẹn kò táwọn ọmọ yẹn lọ́rùn. But wọ́n ní choice because ní tí bàbá wa ní ká lọ ṣe nìyẹn for now. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ náà ń ṣe politics nínú state yín, lè handle àwọn ọmọ yìí. I can bet my life with it. Lè handle wọn. Tẹ́ bá ra àwọn ọmọ yẹn tá ń ná wọn lẹ́gba lórí social media báyìí tí mo sọ fún wọn pé ọ̀lẹ ni yín, wọ́n ń ṣọ̀lẹ ọmọ kan ni wọ́n. Ìwọ olóṣèlú nínú state ẹ padà sílé, jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe Yorùbá nation, ká gba Yorùbá country, ká wá jọ ṣe òṣèlú tó níwọ́rọ́wọ́ tó ní máa ṣàgùn síyàn kankan tó yẹ pé tó bá ti parí òṣèlú yẹn wàá tún lọ padà síbi iṣẹ́ àbí business tó bá ń ṣe. Òṣèlú ò kì í ṣe do or die. Tó bá náà fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ o lọ ń push fún 2027 o fẹ́ push fún wàhálà ni because 2027 bá ṣe ń bá lọ ìfúlàní máa pa gbogbo yín, and that is what we are trying to avoid. So thank you so much, my team. I'm working around the clock. Development is going on. I will see if I can get any. Alimari, much of the media of the attack. But for now, Iran has attacked American air base in Qatar and also in Iraq. So those two places are under severe attack. The situation is getting. The U.S. evacuated all the military equipment from Qatar a week ago. Iran attacked a complex empty base. Well, that is what I'm getting from one of the news networks. Meanwhile, a video has surfaced online that was released by Iranian media after the strike in Qatar. One thing we know is that we have already said it again and again, it is going to be a real war, and that war is already going right now. So that's the breaking news. If you want to join the broadcast, you have my phone number. You can call into the show, or otherwise, you can just join. I don't know if anybody has joined yet, but we just continue to monitor the situation. The game of numbers, according to Dizima 123, the game of number has always been something that the Northerners have used. A game of numbers on the long run to overrun as we face essential threat. And the world must not turn a blind eye because it is a mistake to do so. Triple DRS says, and I quote, "It's only in Nigeria that they see politicians as a full-time job." So, Iwomo Yoruba, don't tackle, what you might not understand, the account details is posted again on the comment section in case you're not aware. Please remind yourself that it is voluntary if you can do so. Mokibu and support to our back-to-back. Today in Gongoni, Koiki Media wanted to stay afloat. Many people wanted to go down, but those of you that support it financially are the one helping the situation. And we need that financial support because there is a lot that we are doing on this platform that needs that support. My question has not yet been answered. President Bola Tinubu, as we are monitoring the situation in the Middle East, with the situation in Nigeria, about Jackie broadcast, it could lost 500. Oh, my help, Teba thumbs up, Teba she this, Teba she that. But Teba share the joke sinwe. I'm a pound loshelu alarm one in Biba on share. I'm a couple of pollution who so Koiki, the Darak Mamoyo, Torique Tinubu Niba. The question is, Kilodeti Tinubu Shevegba, Beki Yoruba Kudaduro. I'm a need to suffer, yes. But she Tinubu lay hold her down, could hold her down. All we are saying is Tinubu must negotiate now. Moki our grace, Olushoto, Yoruba nation is a mosque and a task that must be done and established either we like it or not. whether o nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí o nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, look, even if you're a Yoruba person, tó o bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí, responsibility tiwa ni pé ká yọ ẹ́ kúrò nínú ewu, because inú ewu ló wà. Inú ewu gidi ló wà. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fún Tinubu pé ṣé o fẹ́ maintain Lugard or ṣé o fẹ́ maintain ilẹ̀ Yorùbá? You can negotiate. Tó o bá jẹ́ kí ego ẹ kó jẹ́ pé òun ló fi ń control ẹ. If you want to help us through the PayPal, musakalam1@yahoo.com. Without money, you cannot run a media organization. Gbogbo àwọn media tá ló ń connect and gbọ́n kan tó ń sọ yẹn is because they're well equipped and well funded. And they are not funded because irú eléyìí nísìn, it says it right there, donate. Media tó bá really fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ilé-iṣẹ́ progress, it will continue to ask for donation. If otherwise, what is the brown envelope? And we know how the Nigerian media have all relied on the brown envelope, and that means they're being controlled. We don't want to have that situation. So, the number to the studio, if you have never called in before, you can take the chance and call. Ṣé Tinubu ma negotiate? Àbí kò ní negotiate? At what point ni Tinubu ma rò pé òun gbọ́dọ̀ negotiate pẹ̀lú wa? Bí ìrìn àjò yìí ṣe lọ nísìn, because ó ń rìn díẹ̀díẹ̀. Àwọn kan ní ó ti pẹ́ jù. Àwa ti gba country tiwa, gbogbo yẹn story for the God ni. If anybody believe that shit or nonsense, you are wasting your energy. Kò síbi kankan tó sọ nílé ayé lè ní ó pé ní Yorùbá ti di country. Ẹ máa lọ sórí Google yẹn, story for the God ni. Google kan sọ pé Nigeria is still a country, Yoruba is not a country. Just to remind the gullibles, tó sọ pé àwọn ti gba country. Àmúdẹ̀ ń gbọ́ táwọn kan ní ṣé wọ́n lè declare lẹ́ẹ̀mejì ni? Ta ló sọ pé wọ́n ti declare tẹ́lẹ̀? Níbo lẹ ti gbọ́ pé declare? A declaration is not yet been made by Baba Akintoye. Baba Akintoye has the mandate to make that declaration at the appropriate time. Studio number, ẹ máa pè sí, a máa pè fún yín nísìnyí. A safe number yẹn. That is the number you can call in at any time. Tabanshi program. Support Koiki Media is always voluntary. Remember that. Triple DRS ni Àṣàkẹ́ ni wọ́n ti gé ti Tinubu lọ kò ní gbáràn. Ọmọlódú ọdẹ. He wants to be the president. He has been the president. What more would a man want until tí ó bá parun? Tinubu má parun nítorí pé àwọn tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kó parun wọ́pọ̀. We are still calling you, not that I believe you will do it, but at what stage ni Tinubu má accept pé a máa negotiate náà ni? At what stage? Can somebody help us? At what stage would President Bola Tinubu accept a negotiation of a Yoruba nation out of Nigeria? Ṣé ó dìgbà tí ó bá di firepower? Ṣé ó dìgbà tí wọ́n bá bára sí pa wá táwa náà ṣe kíni ẹ̀ padà? Ṣé ó dìgbà tí ìlú bá di gbàsígbòs tó di pé ọlọ́mọ ọmọọmọ ṣé gbà yẹn ni Tinubu máa negotiate? Why is Tinubu proving difficult? Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sórí analysis tá à ń lọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ ṣe gan ni kó tó di pé update yẹn wá lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Kí ni update náà? Òun ni pé Iraq has attacked 2 American bases. But let's go back to the purpose. What is the purpose of this Yoruba nation? Come on, Koiki, all this you are doing, what is the purpose? Some are thinking because their brain cannot see the bigger future of a government where Yoruba will be known as Yoruba with a Yoruba passport, Yoruba economy, Yoruba bank, Yoruba airline. It can be done in these centuries. Koiki, ó dìgbà tó bá pé 30 years from now. No way, I need America. Ṣé Iran béèrè lọ́wọ́ America nísìn kó tó attack American base? Ìdí tí a ṣe ń sọ fẹ́yìn tẹ́ máa ń bá wa pé Fúlàní pa wá kí la máa ṣe sí. What sort of question is that? Tó bá pààyàn, you would do exactly the same. Kò sí àní-àní níbẹ̀. Because Fúlàní tó pa yẹn, ó sì máa pa ọmọ Yorùbá míì tí a bá take it out. You take them out. But the purpose of Yoruba nation, Onipafi independent, anything short of that is a lie. Ti gba independent, ìwọ tó ń wò mí, tó ṣe ń wò mí ti gba country wa. No, ti gba country, okay? Don't be fooled by any of those that are telling you ti gba country. Tó bá gba country wa, kódà àlàáfíà yẹn country, How can you say you have a country? Kò síbi kankan tí wọ́n na flag ilé Yorùbá ní sí. Tí bàbá Akíntóyè bá declare Yorùbá nation, we have all the right to bring down the Nigerian flag across all the schools in Yoruba land, across every institution that represents a Yoruba government, and a Yoruba flag will be up there. In Toma Koko fi mọ̀ pé tó bá ti wọ border Benin nísìnyí wá ti máa rí signpost Benin pẹ̀lú flag wọn. So tí gba Yoruba nation as a country, but we are working towards it. Mo kí bàbá Prophet Ilekun Ayo. It cannot even do it at his last month in office. He's given second term in office, so there is no need of wasting our time. We're expecting him to call Baba Banji Akintoye. Baba Abiodun ni President Tinubu ò ní gbọ́ràn Koiki tètè bá mi point tèmi náà síta kò ní gbọ́ràn ọmọlódò ọdẹ. President Tinubu won't listen because we have been warning that from the grassroots, assuming if they wanted to hear us, they could have responded to our request, which is the letter. Àti kọ̀ọ̀kan ní last year, àti kọ̀ọ̀kan ní May. But Tinubu fẹ́ maintain lugard. Triple DRS says, and I quote in the comment section, whoever is still asking why we want our nation should go back and sleep and never wake up forever. Amen. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, torí pé ọ̀dàlẹ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá obìnrin ló máa béèrè pé kí nìdí tí ẹ ṣe ń ṣe rally, kí nìdí tí ẹ ṣe ń pariwo lórí social media, then disturb space wa. Ó máa lọ wo Pella nígbà yẹn, àbí kó lọ máa wo àwọn olóṣèlú lórí social media, mi ò pé mi ò dá gbogbo wọn mọ̀. Mo kí ẹ kẹ́kẹ́ Okus, mo kí ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa ní gbogbo platforms, àfojúpa yín rẹ́. Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ká jọra wa lójú. Ẹ̀sìn ẹ yàtọ̀ sí pé a fẹ́ gba country, má fẹ́ sin ẹ máa fi bá wa ṣàdúrà lé lórí, but má sọ pé tá bá gba country, ìṣẹ̀ṣe la máa ṣe, gbogbo ẹ̀ la máa ṣe nínú ẹ̀. Eléyìí tó ń ṣe nínú Nàìjíríà nísìnyí tó ń lo Christian àti Muslim, kí ló já sí látijọ́ ẹ̀? Bàbá wa Joseph Boboye, wọ́n ní Koiki gbọ́wọ́ síbẹ̀. Tinubu cannot negotiate with the Yoruba. He is waiting for 2027. Ẹ má dúró de o. Koiki eléyìí tó tún gbé wá kò fẹ́ yé wa o. Ìbéèrè ni. Ó wà lára lẹ́tà tí bàbá kọ sí Tinubu, èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ. Bàbá ní kó negotiate, ká lọ wá àwọn negotiating team, àwa ti ní tiwa, kóhun mú àwọn tó máa mú jáde. Bó jẹ́ 5 ni, bó jẹ́ 6 ni, ká kóra wa lọ sí Vienna, ká dẹ̀ make decision yẹn, káwa exit, kí Tinubu dẹ̀ máa control Nigeria láti north, kó fi ilẹ̀ Yorùbá sílẹ̀. Tó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, kábíyèsí Elédùmarè, in tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀, èmi kọ́ ni máa sọ. That is all I know. But mo wá béèrè pé ṣé ó dìgbà tó bá dé stage kan tí kinní yẹn wọ, ẹ mọ̀ pé tíyàn bá ń jẹ egungun tó bá ha ẹ lọ́fun, tó o bá tètè rí ẹ̀bà fi tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀, egungun yẹn lè ṣe jàǹbá fún ẹ. Ṣé Tinubu fẹ́ dúró dìgbà tí jàǹbá bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ni kó tó negotiate? Because even tá bá jà náà, a sì máa padà lọ negotiate náà ni. Negotiate yẹn wá mí pé a ti ń lọ finally. Kò mí pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation. Bí Dangote bá sì fẹ́ wà lọ́dọ̀ wa, a máa san tax fún gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ni. But Sanwó-Olú àtàwọn gọ́vnà yín nísìn, àwọn jẹgúrújẹrá, gbogbo wọn prepare party system wọn. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé nísìn ọ̀rọ̀ party system kọ́, ó máa di ṣuata yán pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ skátàskátà. Ẹni máa kú ló máa kú, ẹni máa yè ló máa yè. Ikú kan dẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rù ba ọmọ Yorùbá torí pé ikú kan ò ní pa wá. Gbogbo ọ̀tá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátá lè jẹ́yìn ní ilẹ̀ máa mú. Torí pé in tá ń béèrè fún yìí, in tó máa ràn wá lọ́rùn lénìí, lọ́la, lọ́jọ́ iwájú ni, kí la wá ń sá fún. Ẹ jẹ́ ká tó lọ mú the good news path to prosperity tí bàbá Akíntóyè sọ fún wa pé eléyìí làwọn nǹkan tá máa ṣe, àwọn tó dàbí bí tá lè pè ní manifesto ilẹ̀ Yorùbá nísìnyí. Kò tí ì sí constitution Yorùbá nísìnyí, àmọ́ there is still hope that Yoruba constitution will be the best constitution, far away from the Latin constitution of 1954 tó lórí burúkú Britain tó kó lé wa lọ́wọ́. Let me remind you that this constitution, our constitution olè tí Britain craft together tó fi jalè, ààrẹ ló ń pè ní Latin constitution. A ti ṣe program ní lórí rí. Mo kí bàbá wa Adéníyì, wọ́n ní bàbá wa Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀ should speak boldly, wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀. Forget about Ọọ̀ni máa sọ̀rọ̀ kankan, gbogbo yẹn fàbú ni. King Charles ló ń control gbogbo wọn. Mo ti sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹni kọ́ ṣe communicate kan ní mò ń parọ́ mọ́ gbogbo wọn. And if you don't know, as of today, I have the video. King Charles invite Ukraine president. Mélòó ni Ukraine sí Nigeria? Àbí sílẹ̀ Yorùbá rather. And let me see if I can quickly find the video. King Charles ó ní kí Ukraine prime minister kó máa bọ̀ káwọn jọ kíra wọn. Ìwọ wá ń sọ pé Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀, forget about Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Ẹ má dárúkọ Ọọ̀ni of Ifẹ̀. Ọọ̀ni ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ torí pé Tinubu ló ń control, ó ní remote control gbogbo àwọn ọba yẹn. Ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ fún Tinubu pé ṣó dìgbà tó bá wọnú woro sí woro tó di pé gbogbo ẹ̀ wá ń lọ òun la ti rí nísìn. Wọ́n ní ká Amẹ́ríkà ṣe sùúrù, Amẹ́ríkà náà ò lè ṣe sùúrù. Àwọn tó wà l'Amẹ́ríkà nísìn wọ́n protest ń lọ burúkú l'Amẹ́ríkà báyìí náà. But America ní in the interest of America lòun lọ ṣe tóun lọ ṣe, that's fine. Tí Bàbá Akíntóyè náà ṣe tán ṣe in the interest of Yoruba people ní ọkọ̀kan dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ sí. And that is why we are saying let's find a lasting peace. But báwo la ṣe fẹ́ wá peace nígbà táwọn tá à ń béèrè peace lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ dá wa lóhùn. Now, I think I have the video from the north. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo video tó ń bọ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn northern part of Nigeria in support of Iran. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́. That is the image coming from the northern part in support of Iran. Mokibaba Sikiru Oluwasegun. We are 2 hours to the program. We have just about 1 hour left before the end of this broadcast. I should review why Tinubu now must follow the path of the good news, path to prosperity for Orílẹ̀-èdè Yoruba, written by Professor Adebanji Akintoye, the Alano himself, the man that saw the vision that Yoruba is far greater than Nigeria. Why would you, as Omo Yoruba, or sọ pé Nigeria is greater than Yoruba? Because the more you are interested in Nigeria, Nigeria will supersede Yoruba people, and Nigeria has no authority over our lives anymore. We don't have everything in the possession that could have been useful, but gbogbo tabli lo láti fi jẹ́ kí the future government to kickstart and work straight away is already on the ground in Yoruba land. All we need to do is to move the motion at the appropriate time for Baba Akintoye to declare Yoruba nation. The good news path to prosperity in our Orílẹ̀-èdè Yoruba. I want to bring it up in just about a few minutes. Bear with me. The good news path to prosperity in our Orílẹ̀-èdè Yoruba. The time is now for us to leave. Let's watch the video again one more time as the Northerners are saying to Tinubu, we will not give you the mandate in 2027. Tinubu ni toss off. I will rig the election, and that means we should expect in many crises and destructions of lives and property by the Fulani terrorists, as America is warning their citizens to evacuate now and do not visit any military installation across any part of Nigeria. So the situation is not going to come easy for Tinubu to want to negotiate, but he needs to be bold to do so. If he fails to do so, he would have no other choice to do so at some point when things get heat up. Because Nigeria right now, I've seen some news coming out from Benue State that they are now asking for the breakup of Nigeria. Maybe because now they are losing more lives. We have lost many lives, as over 28,000 died during Buhari's regime, while we lost about 15,000 so far. Yoruba people have died in the space of 2 years of this government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mokibaba Michael cross. Ẹ̀kọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wá jíjẹ múmu lọ. Aago méjì àbọ̀ ló fẹ́ lù níbi táwa ti ń transmit lẹ́yìn ní 23rd oṣù kẹfà ọdún 2025. Kí ló ń ba Tinubu lẹ́rù? Nǹkan kan bá lẹ́rù. Èyí tí Tinubu fẹ́ jẹ látara tó fẹ́ fi support àwọn Europeans, bóyá àwọn kankan tó ti ṣe síta tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kí aráyé mọ̀, but kò ní ní choice, he would have to negotiate with us. Koiki, but ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe iná lẹ ṣe máa wá rí gbà? It is almost getting closer to the final closure. I hope you understand what I mean by that. In tí yàn bá ń gbé tó bá jẹ́ pé àwọn tó mọ Yorùbá dáadáa nísìnyí wá ní alágbẹ̀dẹ tó ń lu kinní kan tó ń lù tó bá yá tó bá tẹ̀ ṣe dáadáa á fi pàjá. We are still running it in a manner that many people think that we are stupid. But the purpose yẹn gangan mo fẹ́ ká mú dání, má gbàgbé bẹ́ẹ̀. Tó bá lọ tó bá bọ̀, purpose ta fẹ́ fi gba Yorùbá nation ni pé a fẹ́ gba independence wa. Bá pariwo sókè, bá bú Tinubu gan ti sọ nínú last broadcasting àmú gbọ́. Ó ní tó bá bú òun democracy láwà. So kí ló fẹ́ parẹ́ lórí Tinubu fún? One bastard, ọmọ àlè. Òní wọ́n bú Tinubu, kí ní kan pẹ̀lú Tinubu? Ó jẹ lára family ẹ̀ ni. Látijọ́ tó ti wọlé ní ṣe economy ó ṣiṣẹ́ fún ẹ, idiot all over the place. Tinubu ó sọ ní democracy day. Ó ní democracy láwà. Ó ní tó bá wọn Koiki kó bú òun látòkè délẹ̀. Àmọ́ òun ní negotiate pẹ̀lú yín. But Tinubu tó bá negotiate ní peace. Òun ní ìjà tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní Iran nísìn. Tó bá ever rí document rí bá pàdé rí, go now and look for it. Ó wà lórí Koiki Media website www.koikimedia.com àbí ti international news wa. Ó lè lọ sórí website wa ti international news kò rí any advert lórí ẹ̀. Kò ṣe pàwọ́ náà nídòwó. But we left it like that so that you go in there, no pop-up, no pop-up. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní dọ́kúmẹ́ǹtì lọ́wọ́. Má ní kí n send ẹ̀ sí ẹjọ́, ẹ má bínú. Ó wà lórí ibi tẹ́tí máa lọ mú. Ó wà straightforward. A lè resend ẹ̀ fún orí WhatsApp wa because now that my WhatsApp is connected to my laptop. But let's go back to the message that came from France after my broadcast yesterday. 5 things were sent to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Purpose, independent, scope, self-determination. Kí ni meaning scope? S-C-O-P-E. Tá bá sọ pé scope. The meaning of the word tóyìnbó bá sọ pé ẹjẹ tó bá mọ Yorùbá meaning scope ẹ bá mi fi sínú comment section kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. The extent of the area or subject matter. Ẹ rí pé tá bá ń ṣe program níbí by self-determination but lórí àwọn platform míì máa rí pé ẹ máa da mind àwọn èèyàn rú. Let's keep to the ẹjẹ tábàtẹ lọ ẹ rí pé gbogbo bí ṣe ń lọ màá tún padà wá sílé pé lórí Yorùbá nation yẹn self-determination so that ẹ̀mí àwọn tó ń gbọ́ wa mo fẹ́ jẹ́ kẹ́mi wà too much ní Middle East because problem tí wọ́n nìyẹn but ó máa dọ́dọ̀ tiwa náà but the more tábà ti mọ̀ pé tábà ti gba independent wa a lè reduce tension tó fẹ́ wá láti Middle East wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá but ọmọ Yorùbá ní sí ojókòó níbi tó ti mú pepper soup sórí tó bá gbọ́ báò ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Borno state ní kò ṣe mí ni mo náà ní jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ okay mo ti gbọ́ 10 people died in Borno state on Saturday níbi táwọn ti ń jẹ pepper soup níbi táwọn náà ti ń jẹ pepper soup so the scope tó bá sọ pé scope ẹni tó bá mọ meaning scope lédè Yorùbá ẹ bá mi fi sínú comment section tá bá ní scope let's keep it as clean as it is self-determination kò ṣe kí ni self-determination ṣe pẹ̀lú APC so tẹ́ bá ní Ìgbòho ṣiṣẹ́ fún Tinubu kí Tinubu fi àkáǹtẹ̀ sílẹ̀ náà èèyàn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ṣiṣẹ́ fún Tinubu kó má tún fi àkáǹtẹ̀ sílẹ̀ ẹni kí Tinubu sọ pé kó padà wá sílé ẹ ti fi tẹ́tí máa mọ̀ pé làákàyè lòmíì gúgúrú àtẹ̀pà tó jẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ kò rí jẹ mọ́. The extent of the area or subject matter that something deals with or which it is relevant. Kí ni ó relevant ní gbogbo tí mo ti sọ látàrọ́ lè ṣe ṣé tí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Amẹ́ríkà ló relevant nínú in tó relevant sáwa ni pé Yorùbá fẹ́ dá dúró lábẹ́ pé kó ṣèjọba rẹ̀, kó ní identity tiẹ̀, kó dẹ̀ lè máa ṣe kíni, kí wọ́n lè máa pàṣẹ ara wọn. That is what we are talking about. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, ó dà pé àwọn kan ti fún mi ní Yorùbá translation ẹ̀. Scope is agbọ́n yín ní ké. Ṣé mo pronounce? Ẹ má bínú, màá tútù wò dẹ̀ bí a mọ̀ rí dáadáa, but at least scope ni mò ń ṣàlàyé ẹ̀ lédè òyìnbó, but wọ́n ní agbọ́n ọgbọ́n, òkè ó lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ síbẹ̀, ọgbọ́n àyíníke, ọgbọ́n àyíníke. So àná à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, àwa ṣe ń lọ báyìí gírígírígírí, àwa ń darí àwọn èèyàn rú. Àná à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, bàbá kan sọ̀rọ̀ ibi tó kówó sí. Ṣé ibi tó kówó sí là ń béèrè nísìnyí àbí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá nation? Ọgbọ́n àyíníke, ẹ ṣé gan ni, ọgbọ́n àyíníke. Let's keep it as it is. Má dà brain àwọn èèyàn rú. Ó wà ní WhatsApp group, wọ́n náà ń ṣe self determination. Ó wá tẹ̀sùn sọ pé bóyá àbí ká lọ ṣe APC, ká lọ ṣe PDP. Ó mọ tó ń ṣe mọ́ nìyẹn náà. Okay, gbogbo àwọn tó náà wọ́n ṣe Yorùbá nation tó náà wọ́n lọ ṣe APC, ẹlòmíì gan kò rí nǹkan kan gbà níbẹ̀. Wọ́n sunkún padà wálé ni. Don't be deceived. The only future now is the good news, path to prosperity, orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá. Wọ́n ní scope has many translations in Yoruba, ẹ ṣé gan ni. So let's go further. Back to the message tó wá láti France. Ó di méjì. Objective. Kí ni objective wa? The small groups gathering in neighborhood street. Ẹ jáde kẹ́ lọ ṣe mega rally ní àdúgbò yín. Mo kẹ́yìn tẹ́ wà lórí mixlr. Wọ́n ní kó jáde lómi ní kíló tá ṣe máa jáde. Irú rally wo lélẹ̀ kẹ́? Irú rally wo lẹ tún gbé báyìí kẹ́? But rally yẹn nísìn kò tí pààyàn kankan. Àìtí gbọ́ láti 12 days nísìn pé ọlọ́pàá mú èèyàn. Ara àwọn tó lọ sóṣòdì lánàá tó lọ ṣe ìtọ́nikọ́ ṣe yìí. But when people do not want to listen, they will try to put bitterness. Nítorí pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ ṣe, ó tún wá confuse ẹlòmíì pé kó má ṣe. Nítorí pé kò mọ objective níta gbé dání. Many of you don't know the objective. Ẹ ti sọ di àwàdà, ẹ ti sọ di eré. But when you know the objectives, ó di mẹ́ta, a ti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí purpose, scope, à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa objective. What is the objective? Group kékèké tó bá wáyé àwa ṣe ta láriwo ńlá gbà o. Èyí tó ní ká lọ ṣe nísìn. Why are we proving difficult to do it? Why? Kí ló dé tó a fi ṣe? Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé tinú wa yẹn la fẹ́ ṣe? Tinú wa yẹn a sì máa ṣe mọ́ ní káwọn ọba, àwọn olóṣèlú àti Tinubu gbogbo wọn ní canvas lẹ́sẹ̀. Nítorí pé eré kan máa wà tájọ máa bára wa sá tí negotiation máa fi wá mú Yorùbá nation jáde. Tó máa mú declaration jáde. Ó súnmọ́ bọ̀ ni, kò ní pẹ́ mọ́. I can assure you that. Now, ẹ jẹ́ ká quickly ká lọ sí àwọn tó ti ń jáde tí Ọlọ́run fi sí nínú pé kó jáde tí wọ́n dàbí ìwọ. Torí pé tá bá fi dídà wọ ni, ò ní ṣe kankan. Arákùnrin kódà ó ya passport ẹ̀, fídíò yẹn wà lọ́wọ́ wa. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló wà o. Ẹ wo fídíò tí bàbá yìí ṣe fún wa láti ìlú Ìbàdàn.
Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni mo kọ́ ń bẹ̀. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo tún wá bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin òṣèlú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ̀ sọ pé ó ń bọ̀ àwọn ládẹ́dẹ́ o. À ń pariwo ń bọ̀ ó ti wá súnmọ́ wa báyìí o. Kódà ó ti wà ní gbogbo wa báyìí. Gbogbo tí olóyè Ìgbòho Sunday Ìgbòho ń sọ ńjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o. Gbogbo tí Koiki Media ń sọ láti UK níjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Gbogbo tí bàbá Bánjí Akíntóyè sọ níjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o. Ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó bá tó àsìkò àwa ọmọ Yorùbá, àwọn ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá tí kìí ṣe ọmọ àlè ní kojú ìjà sáwọn Fúlàní mọ́. Ẹ̀yin là ń bọ̀ wá bá o. Ẹ̀yin ọba aládé àti ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú Yorùbá tẹ́ ẹ lajú ilẹ̀ títà lùbọ̀ ń kò wọ́ báyìí tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀rọ̀ kan báyìí. Ṣé rí ẹ̀ pé nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ kínní mo ya international passport mi, mo ní mi ò ní gba Nigeria passport mi, they never gbà in my life. Mi ní never gbà.
Now, kò ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló lè ṣe tí ẹ̀gbọ́n yìí ṣe, but ẹni tó ti make up mind ẹ̀ ó yàtọ̀ sẹ́ni tó ṣì ń because kò mọ objective. Àwọn tó gbọ́ Yorùbá bí èmi lọ, wọ́n ní objective means èròǹgbà wa. Wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń sọ nǹkan kan ní gbogbo ẹ̀sìn. Wọ́n ní èròǹgbà ju àníyàn, àbí àníyàn ó ju kinní kan lọ, but èròǹgbà wa ni pé a fẹ́ gba Yorùbá country. Ẹlòmíì tí wọ́n ń béèrè pé ẹ ti sọ fún Tinubu, ṣe ti sọ fún Babangida, ṣe ti sọ fún Gowon, ṣe ti sọ fún Délé Momodu, ṣe ti sọ fún gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá leaders. Ṣé Délé Momodu fẹ́ kẹ́ gba Yorùbá nation? Ṣé irú Délé Momodu yẹn ṣe sọ pé kò mọ Yorùbá ni? Ó mọ Yorùbá dáadáa, ọmọ Edo state ní lóòótọ́, but ó gbọ́ Yorùbá jù mí lọ. Ó ti travel ju anybody lọ láyé, kò síbi tó ti dé. Ó mọ value ibi tí Yorùbá gbọ́dọ̀ dé, àmọ́ kò ní objective pé kí Yorùbá dá dúró. Gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ. Is another campaign of olóṣèlú tó wà lábẹ́ àwọn olóṣèlú tó wá bá wọn ṣe, kò fẹ́ bínú, kò fẹ́ kọ́ bá wọn jà, kò dẹ̀ fẹ́ bínú, because tí Délé Momodu bá jáde kó declare Yorùbá nation, income ẹ̀ máa reduce. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni náà ṣe reduce income mi nísìn. Bó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ọmọ income tèmi náà rí, ọmọ income tó kúrò lára mi ni. Ó lè mọ̀. Kò ń ṣe pé àwọn jẹ lára olóṣèlú tẹ́lẹ̀, but the fact that a fi gbogbo blood wa fi sínú ẹ̀, ó kọ́kọ́ reduce revenue tó fi wọlé fún wa. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wọ́n á sọ pé yá kó kébi má bàa pa ẹ́ àti ìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ tó ní okó dání sọ́wọ́. Ó yá gbà. Ẹni gbogbo ẹnu mo fi sọ, àmọ́ fighting ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa ni. Mo ní nọ́mbà wọn lọ́wọ́, but I haven't spoken to him now. The last time tí a fẹ́ lè náà sọ̀rọ̀, kò dẹ́ pé mo bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n wá ṣe interview kan fún Ìgbòho nínú ilé ẹ̀ ní 2021. I stopped that interview because mo rí ibi tí question àwọn tó ń béèrè question kan tó fẹ́ máa twist Ìgbòho. I ended that broadcast. Èmi ni mo ended nínú ilé Ìgbòho níjọ́ yẹn. I know he has visited Ìgbòho, but he has not come out and said that òun fẹ́ Yorùbá nation. Self-centered, selfish interest. Because ó mọ̀ kó tóun bá sọ, gbogbo àwọn northerners tó ń gbá owó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ indirectly and directly, àwọn tó ń fún ní support yẹn kọ́kọ́ já wálẹ̀ nà. And that is the reason why. Wọ́n ní, according to the context, scope means areas where our desire will cover. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí mo sọ látẹ̀kọ̀ náà nìyẹn. Torí pé tabana ṣe Yorùbá nation, kí làwọn mídíà wa tún divert mind wa lọ sí many places tó kàn wá. Kí ni kàn wá pẹ̀lú many things tá à ń sọ? Yorùbá nation la fẹ́ lọ, Yorùbá nation la fẹ́, Yorùbá nation la fẹ́. Area yẹn gangan rẹ̀ ká polish dáadáa. Báwo lẹ la ṣe máa polish ẹ̀? Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe báyìí, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe tọ̀hún. Olúkálukú ló yẹ kó máa mú idea wa lórí platform ẹ̀, but platform tèmi lọ́ máa wá jókòó lé lórí. Ṣẹ́rí kò kí yẹn bó ṣe wà láfíríkà yẹn nísìnyí. Owó èrè èyí tó yẹ káwọn náà lo the same area yẹn pé báwo la ṣe máa enhance àwọn tí à ń sọ fún nílé pàfẹ́ lọ. Yes, a lè fẹ́ everybody lówó, but tí Yorùbá nation bá débi tó yẹ kó dé, níbi tí ó bá ti di gbàsìgbòs, gbogbo oúnjẹ tẹ máa jẹ inú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló wà. Ẹ nídìí láti máa lọ wá níta because everybody mọ bí tẹ máa ti róúnjẹ, a kàn parọ́ fúnra wa ni. Nígbà COVID ẹ̀ wá oúnjẹ jáde, kò tí ì dé bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Tó bá dé bẹ́ẹ̀, mo sọ fún yín, mo ti sọ yẹn síta tẹ́lẹ̀, yẹn ò ṣe ta lè fi pamọ́. Ọbásanjọ́ fami òun kọ́ ló ní, ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ló wà. Ayáwọnú bẹ́ẹ̀, ìtàbálẹ̀ ìjà máa jẹ́ níbẹ̀. Àwa la ní. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ tún lè wá another farm níbòmíì, ta mọ̀ pé olóṣèlú ló ní, because àwọn olóṣèlú yẹn wọ́n ti kó oúnjẹ káàkiri nísìn tó fẹ́ fi ṣe campaign olórí burúkú ní 2027. Ẹ máa fi mú sílẹ̀ ní gbogbo àwọn trailer tó ń wọlé lóru yẹn. Ẹ máa bèrè pé kí ló wà nínú ẹja wálẹ̀. Palindodus tó bá wà ń bẹ ẹja gbogbo ẹ̀ wálẹ̀. Ẹ bèrè pé mo náà kó lọ. Wọ́n kó pamọ́ ni fún election olórí burúkú tó ti fi wá ṣe. Wọ́n wá fi ibi pẹ̀yìn nísìn. So that is exactly why I say the next one tá à ń lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ká tó padà sọ́dọ̀ brother mi náà ya passport òun video wà lọ́wọ́ mi, I still have that video. Kò ń ṣe pé kò fẹ́ travel, but ó ti weigh option yẹn pé ó better kóhun takú sínú area tàfẹ́ yìí, purpose, objective. Ẹlòmíì nísìn objective ẹ̀ ni pé ó dìgbà tóun bá rí Ìgbòho kóhun tó jáde. Tóun bá rí Ìgbòho kò lè jáde. Objective ẹ̀ nìyẹn. A gbọ́dọ̀ rí Ìgbòho ká tó jáde. Bí Ìgbòho ló máa wá fún ní energy tó máa fi jáde ní o, I don't know. Many people like that do not understand what we are fighting for. Ìyẹn mo ṣe sọ fún ilé nǹkan, freedom fighter. O gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ tó ń ṣe. You got to know what we are doing. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ. Bàbá yìí, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ó ń sọ fẹ́yìn olóṣèlú pé ẹ máa mú canvas tó dá sọ́wọ́. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ kí a lọ ní wọ́ọ́rọ́wọ́, èmi sọ, my wife doesn't like it when I say it, ó máa di wàhálà, ó máa di nǹkan mí sí yín lọ́rùn. Agbára yóò lè ká. Ṣé rí gbogbo eléyìí tẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe tán bá yín ṣe atẹ́gùn tẹ́ ń fẹ́ sí. Collapse ni, màá lọ gbé fídíò yẹn padà wá again. Ẹ jẹ́ lọ gbé fídíò yẹn padà wá. Mo kí bàbá mi Òkìkíọlá Òkì, mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀ mo fi kí Azeez Gbadéṣeré, mo kí ẹni tó fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ebi pa àbúrò ẹ̀, ẹ̀yin náà má jẹ́ kí ebi pa wá, ẹ support wa, káwa náà lè ṣe kí ni, ká lè ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan a fẹ́ ṣe. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa náà ní gbogbo platform láì fojú pa yín rẹ́. Mo kẹ́yìn bàbá wa o, mo kẹ́yìn ìyá wa, mo kẹ́yìn bàbá tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀yin ni wọ́n lò, torí mélòó náà ní Ìgbò, ìwé mélòó ní Ìgbò, gbogbo ọmọ fi sọ ìwé mélòó lọ́ka ọ̀ kàwé kankan. Àwa iná la kàwé, àwa la ṣiṣẹ́ ní civil service. Lóòótọ́ náà àwa kọ̀ọ̀kan náà corrupt níbẹ̀, but àwa ní Nàìjíríà forí ẹ̀ fagbọn jù. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà forí Nàìjíríà ká fi fagbọn. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin bàbá tẹ́rù ń bà, ẹ má bẹ̀rù, ẹ̀yin bẹ́ẹ̀ ti dàgbà, kílẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rù, ẹ máa fàdúrà àti àwa lẹ́yìn. Àwọn ọmọ yìí, bàbá mi àní, I wish I was your age. I wish, no, ẹ má wọrí bàbá, ẹ̀yin ẹ máa fàdúrà àti wá lẹ́yìn. Torí ilẹ̀ lérí kò tí sì bá bá ńlá ẹni tó máa ní káàní débẹ̀. Níbi táwọn bá lọ yìí, we would all have to defeat the enemies. Who are the enemies? The politicians. Àwọn gangan ni enemies that doesn't want us to break away from the madness. Mo fi lọ mú fídíò yẹn padà wá ní o. Mo fi sáré lọ mú fídíò tá à ń gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn. Mo ń bọ̀. So mo kí ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Koiki but I like Yorùbá nation tẹ́ ń pè yẹn. Ṣe yẹ ká pè lórúkọ mi. Ẹ fi yẹn sílẹ̀. Mo ń bọ̀, brother mi. Àti bẹ́ẹ̀ wọn náà wọ̀n ní gbọ́. Mo ń bọ̀, brother mi. All we are saying is that give us this freedom. Fẹ́ wàhálà. Like Yorùbá ò like wàhálà. But tẹ́ bá ti di pé ẹ lọ push wa, tẹ́ dẹ̀ ti push wa. Wàhálà ń bọ̀. There's no doubt about it in my mind. There is no doubt. Many of you knows it because wàhálà tó ń bọ̀ yẹn, a gbọ́dọ̀ stop it. Because the Fulanis will not stop until they conquer every part of Nigeria. If anybody thinks that they're going to stop, as you're watching me right now, if you ever think that the Fulanis will just back away and they are for Olori, Emma Binu, Keriko Ikiti Soroloto, but I have to give up. You must be living in a different planet. America mọ̀ pé Iran máa attack. America mọ̀ pé Iran máa attack. That is the kind of position that we should stand as well. We would do everything within the power of our land to take Yoruba out of Nigeria. Koiki kí lẹ máa ṣe, mo ní láti sọ fún ẹ. But we will do whatever it takes. So ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú, sometimes I look at, I sit back and sometimes, ibi gbogbo iná la máa rí pẹ̀lú kùn bẹ̀m̀bẹ̀mú yẹn, ikùn òfò tẹ ní ikùn tẹ́tí fi jẹ̀dọ̀ tí oríṣiríṣi tẹ́tí fi mọ ẹja àwọn ènìyàn. Sometimes I look at them and just, máa kọ́ máa rẹ́rìn pé, okay, tí wàhálà bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Adélékè ó lè sáré fún rẹ̀. the governor of Osun State tí wàhálà bá bẹ́lẹ̀ nísìn níbi tó ti ń ṣe campaign ẹ̀ tá a dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ gbàdàgbàdàgbàdàgbàdà security gan máa yá dànù. Ẹ má ẹ̀ka jẹ́ kó dé stage yẹn, ìyẹn la ṣe ń sọ pé ẹ jẹ́ ká negotiate peacefully. Ṣadélékè lè sáré bó ṣe ọ̀rẹ́ kò ṣe pé a fi ń bu olúkálukú ló ní health issue tiẹ̀ òun ló mọ tó gbé dání sínú okun ẹ̀ bó ṣe bá lékè ṣe rí yẹn ṣé èrò kó lè sáré Ṣèyí Mákindé ṣe èrò kó lè dára ẹ̀ mú. Tó nǹkan tẹ̀ ń pera yín gbogbo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú yìí gbogbo àwọn tẹ̀ ń pera tó nǹkan tẹ̀ ń pera yín lè lè pa gbogbo 60 million Yorùbá bí ká tẹ̀sán gbòkè 60 million tẹ̀ fẹ́ bá yín jà ṣe lè pa 1 million ni káà 1 million bá jáde nísìn tá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣe gbàgbàgbà àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ ṣe gbàgbàs ní o fight lẹ́ ń gbọ́ lẹ́nu mi o gbogbo ilé tí bàbá ṣe ní kọ́ ṣe yẹn ara àwọn èèyàn bá kọ gbogbo yẹn but like I said gradual process will lead to that. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ ṣe gbàsìgbòsì ní gbogbo ilé tá ṣe ń ṣe wọṣọ fún wọṣọ kinní kan yẹn a kò ń sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé bí bàbá ṣe a gbọ́dọ̀ a nífẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá wa bá ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe náà nìyẹn. Tẹ́ bá rò pé bó ṣe máa lọ títí the end of this year là ń ṣe yìí orí ẹ̀ ò pé orí ẹ̀ kò tí ì pé bomb bastard. Tó bá rò pé bí a ṣe ń ṣe lọ yìí náà ló ṣe máa lọ títí ni pé a máa wọṣọ funfun a máa jókòó síwájú ilé wa àwa máa nà sí àwa Yorùbá nation no going back yẹn fílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn fílẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. But one thing is that the 1,060 million Yoruba people are saying to Tinubu, negotiate. Má jẹ́ ká wojú ara wa. Má jẹ́ ká wojú ara wa. Má jẹ́ ká wojú ara wa. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sọ́dọ̀ brother mi, and I'll stand up from my seat, but I'm not going far away. I'll be back.
Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátápátá. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin pé ẹ̀bẹ̀ mo kọ́ ń bẹ̀. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Mo tún wá bẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀yin òṣèlú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ̀ sọ pé ó ń bọ̀ àwọn ládẹ́dẹ́ o. À ń pariwo ń bọ̀ ó ti wá súnmọ́ wa báyìí o kódà ó ti wà ní gbogbo wa báyìí. Gbogbo tí olóyè Ìgbòho Sunday Ìgbòho ń sọ ńjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o. Gbogbo tí Koiki Media ń sọ láti UK níjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Gbogbo tí bàbá Bánjí Akíntóyè sọ níjọ́ kìíní àná ṣe kó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí o. Ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó bá tó àsìkò àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ ọkọ Yorùbá tí kìí ṣe ọmọ àlè ní kojú ìjà sáwọn Fúlàní mọ́ ẹ̀yin là ń bọ̀ àbá o. Ẹ̀yin ọba aládé àti ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú Yorùbá tẹ́ ẹ lajú ilẹ̀ títà lùbọ̀ ń kó wọ́ báyìí tẹ́ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀yin ọ̀rọ̀ kan báyìí. Ṣé rí ẹ̀ pé nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ kínní mo ya international passport mi mo ní mi ò ní gba Nigerian passport mi dey never gbà in my life mi never gbà Túnjí Òjó àbílẹ̀ pé tẹ́ gbé síbẹ̀ náà ẹgbẹ́ bóyá ń gbówó lé ẹgbẹ́ ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ ń gbówó lé tí ó yà pé orí gbogbo yóò pé èèyàn ọba aládé wa lajúlẹ̀ nísìn ẹgbẹ́ àti respect orí adé àfẹ́ àbọ̀ fórí adé àfẹ́ jẹjú orí adé rárá bọ̀ tó jí ń lọ síbi tí wọ́n pẹ̀rẹ̀ tí a ti ṣe àpéjọ àbí àpérò yìí ṣímítì ní bí yóò bá ṣe máa bọ́ kúrò lóko ẹrú ẹ ṣe mítìnì kẹ́ ṣe àpérò gbogbo yín kẹ́ ṣe mítìnì bí yóò bá ṣe máa kúrò lóko ẹrú ẹ lọ bá Tinubu ẹ lọ bá kẹ́ lọ sọ fún ọmọ olódòdẹ àwọn ìran tó jẹ àwọn ìran ẹ̀ ń jẹ̀yà ojú fún àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ anybody ṣe àmọ́ kókó ṣẹ́dá ń ṣe náà anybody ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ò lè jẹun ẹ̀ méjì débí máa jẹun ẹ̀ mẹ́ta ìdè gbogbo kan wọ́n. Then gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń bú àwọn olórí burúkú ọmọ Yorùbá, gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí Koiki Media, Ìgbòho Òòṣà, ó ní nǹkan tó ń gbé nínú àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá. Kájà bá ká fi Ìgbòho lẹ̀ Koiki gọgọgọgọgọgọgọgọ, Koiki ó ní nǹkan tó ń gbé nínú àwọn Yorùbá. Ṣé fámìlì gbogbo fámìlì wa ni? Ṣé kò lẹ́bí tiẹ̀ ni? Ẹ wá sọ gbogbo àwọn ohun ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ wá sọ wọ́n dọ̀lẹ, ẹ wá sọ àwọn ọmọdé lóṣó, ẹ sọ wọ́n daṣẹ́wó nǹkan tó bá ti jẹun. Ó ti ń bọ̀ ó ń bọ̀ àwọn làádẹ́ẹ̀dẹ̀ lásán tẹ́lẹ̀ bọ̀ tó ti wá dé báyìí. Ẹ̀yin ọba aládé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí ẹ bá lọ ṣe mítìkẹ́ mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa kó ìran Yorùbá kò nínú ogun ẹrú, wàhálà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ gan, wàhálà ṣẹlẹ̀. Ẹni máa kó àkú, ẹni máa kó àkú. Yorùbá nation nìkan ló lè ṣe o, ẹ pe ọmọ olódòdó o, ẹ bá ọmọ olódòdó sọ, Yorùbá nation nìkan ló lè ṣe. Mo sọ yìí mo dúró náà.
Ọ̀rọ̀ ni ẹgbọ́n lẹ́nu brọ́dà mi yẹn, kọ́lọ́n bá mi dúró tì wọ́n. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa tí ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wa káàkiri, and thank you so much as we continue our quest, our campaign. One of the most fantastic campaign that has ever been done in the history of mankind. Many expected that we will destroy, we will fight, even with a lot of my utterances in the last 4 years. Many people thought by now that we would have brought down Yoruba land and they can blame us and say, hey, what's up for you? And we let you Yoruba. But rather, we maintain our strength, we remain focused, and we were not deviated at all. Let's go back to my review, what I was reading earlier. I've talked about the purpose, independence, the scope, self-determination, the objective, small groups gatherings in our neighborhood. Maberu, I've told you many times, the police will not attack you because you're asking for Yoruba nation. No. It won't be excuse for whatever reason. Matfoya, what our demands are is we want an independent country. Simple. Koiki, we are already in that process. Let us ask again. If they are talking about because of the crude oil, let them keep the crude oil in the area that they have it, and let's maintain the one that we have. Ondo State at state crude oil. We will use it with the human capacity and with the technology. Koiki atati onion ton ko wa lati north. Are you serious? So gbogbo leta yin wa ni e kile ma fi se. Why are we confused when we should remain understand that a Yoruba country is far better? Everybody more you now. Ṣé wọ́n tẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ máa sọ yẹn fún yàn pé àwọn kan ń jà fún àfìgbà country? Bàbá kan alápẹ̀ní sọ pé àwọn campaign fún Tinubu kò fáwọn olówó. Abájọ tí Kúnlé Afọ́d ṣe ń tọrọ owó fún gbogbo yín lórí social media. Bomb bastard. Ṣé yóò mọ̀ pé tẹ bá ní government Yorùbá ni automatic ilé la máa fún gbogbo yàn, kò ń ṣẹ̀yìn nìkan. Do you know the kind of welfareism system that is working in the UK? Foreigner. I was not born in the UK. I had the privilege of being born in the UK when my younger sister was born after me in the UK. That means, oh, you're me not the UK. But the lies that they hope that our parents thought they were working and fighting for Nigeria. Okay, when I went to South Africa. Nisila, our parents were one more, like my mom left Nigeria in the 90s. Realized that this Olori Buruku country a woman that was traveling with nothing less than $60,000 in 1990. Do you know what $60,000 is in 1990? Cubana no woman city meaning. Straight to the à ń sọ̀rọ̀ hard working Yoruba men and women, àwọn tó ń lọ tó jẹ́ pé igi lásán ni wọ́n ń tà ní gbọ́gi gbogbo bí tẹ́tí ń ta igi tẹ́tí ń ta dis, olówó ni wọ́n. Tẹ́ bá bí wọ́n lè ní nísìn ẹ máa bèèrè pé tá bá ní bàbá yẹn olówó ni tẹ́lẹ̀, ẹ máa bèèrè pé kí ló wá dé torí báyìí. Nàìjíríà ni, Nàìjíríà ló gba left ló gba right, ó gba center ó gba body. Àwọn olókòwò àwa dẹ̀ ń tà ń dúró pa àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò, òwò mélòó làwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ṣe. Ibo làwọn ọmọ Ìgbò wà nígbà tí mo sì tèmi travel. My mom has been to nothing less than 23 countries around the world. Ibo làwọn ọmọ Ìgbò wà, àwọn ọmọ Ìgbò ló ń ṣòwò, ta ló sọ fún yín bẹ́ẹ̀? Òwò mélòó ló ń ṣe? Gbogbo alamọ tó ń ṣe tó fi ń ṣòwò wọn tó fi ń rówó. A ní ká gba country ká wá dì pẹ̀lú gbogbo tó jẹ́ àwọn nitty-gritty. Ẹ fẹ́ fi yẹn sílẹ̀, ẹ fẹ́ dì pẹ̀lú ọmọ Ìgbò nínú Nàìjíríà. Orí yín ò pé, ẹ máa dì pẹ̀lú wọn nínú Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n á máa claim Nàìjíríà pé gbogbo àjọ wa ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ káwa pull out kúrò. Kọ́mọ Ìgbò wa sọ fún wa pé lórí ilẹ̀ wa o, orí òun ó sán, kò mọ̀ pé orí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lòun wà. Don't fight dirty with them now. Wọ́n máa drag sínú mọ́ọ̀dì ni, and they are jealous of us all the time. Ìyẹn lẹ ṣe rí tábà ẹ lọ wo comment tó bá post nǹkan nípa Yorùbá báyìí, ẹ lọ ka comment ẹ̀. Ara máa ta wọ́n ni because ó mọ̀ káwa la lọ́gbọ́n. Ìwé mélòó làwọn kà? Ẹ mọ̀ gbà táwa ti ń kàwé tàti ní degree ni. But we don't want to fight those that are Biafra out of them because wọ́n fẹ́ lọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jẹ́ kó lọ. Kí ló sọ kẹ́kẹ́ of course because comment ẹ̀ kéré mo lè fẹ́ kà. So I gbọ́dọ̀ respect gbogbo ní different platforms. Only we should consider all these kings and politicians as our toddlers. We should focus our objective, which is our beloved Yoruba country, which is what I'm doing right now. Objective. Má bẹ̀rù, má fòyà. Koiki bí wọ́n ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìwọ náà lè sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Torí pé ò tí jẹun ni, mo ti lọ bèrè pé kí la máa jẹ lálẹ́. Àgbà tí mo dìde mo lọ bèrè ní. Ikùn ò ṣe fi ṣeré. Mo ti lọ bèrè pé kí la máa jẹ. Nìkan mo gbọ́dọ̀ mo ti máa jẹ. Mo lè fẹ́ fún tó báyìí kí wọ́n máa róúnjẹ jẹ. Ìwọ ò fẹ́ fún òòrè náà lò. Ó ṣẹ̀ ń wá. Ẹlòmíràn a máa wo phone batteries, ó wo phone battery phone ẹ̀. Tèmi ní sì wà ní 96, tẹlòmíì ti wà ní 30. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òun gbọ́dọ̀ lọ submit fóònù yẹn, ó dàrọ̀ ọ̀la kó tó gbà. Ilé ayé tó fẹ́ gbé nìyẹn. Ilé ayé òfò nìyẹn. Ilé ayé àdánù nìyẹn. Àní ká fọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀, ká fọ́ mọ́lẹ̀ ká tó tò. Àwọn olóṣèlú tẹ́ pé bomb bastard ní gbogbo wọn. Ẹ̀yin ò mọ̀ wọn tó wá. Gbogbo wọn lọ wá London. And they are not ready to give up on Nigeria. But wọ́n máa sá 440. Amẹ́yẹbọ̀ lápò ni. So let's go back to the final part. The final part. Action and activities. Kí ni action wa? Action wa ló máa fi mọ̀ ká fẹ́ lọ. Wọ́n ní kò jáde ò náà jáde. So báwo la ṣe fẹ́? Ó ṣe nínú WhatsApp group yẹn láti máa mọ̀ kó fẹ́ lọ. Okay. Ìgbòho nìkan ni kó jáde. Kó máa fẹ́ fún. Kó gbé gẹ̀ síta. Akọni ọmọ Yorùbá. Ọmọ aládìkún. Ìgbòho. Ó yá Ìgbòho ká máa pariwo ẹ̀. Tí ó mọ̀ pàdé máa pariwo orúkọ tìwọ́ náà. Ìgbòho ní kẹ́fì kọ̀ọ̀kan máa jáde. Actor lòun. Actor gbọ́dọ̀ kú lójú ogun. Actor tó bá ti kú lójú ogun, ogun yẹn máa ṣe kí ni? Ìwọ náà gba bá a sọ tẹ́lẹ̀. A gbọ́dọ̀ protect actor ní. Káwa tẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ ká jáde ká. Actor máa wò pé ká fi lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́. Bọ̀tírọ́ ẹ̀fẹ́ ká gbé actor jáde lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀. Ìwọ mọ̀ pé ìkòkò ní Nàìjíríà. A dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ káàkiri ní gbogbo ọ̀nà ni. Farabalẹ̀ kò gbọ́ bíbá ẹ̀. Báwa kí olóyè Ìgbòho arákùnrin gbóhùn sókè.
Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tilé tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀ bá ń kọ́mọ Adéyẹmọ. Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ̀ láyà bí ara orúkọ tó ń dẹrù bo lórúkọ gan.
Yàyà Bello pè wá. Ìgbòho. Wọ́n á kù. Ó gba nọ́mbà yẹn bí alọ́wọ́ Fẹ́mi Káyọ̀dé ló ti gba nọ́mbà yẹn. This was in 2021. Mo ti sọ many times. Ntí ọba ń sọ tó bá ti change ẹ̀ òtítọ́ ni. Ó ní gbogbo trailer tó wà ní gbogbo ọ̀nà jẹ́bà yẹn ó náà jẹ́ tí ń bàjẹ́ níbẹ̀ àdíkìnì ẹ̀wá ní ṣe pẹ̀lú àwa. nígbà tó ní kí trailer kọ́kọ́ má wá sísàlẹ̀ mọ́ ni Ìgbòho náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn Fúlàní tó ń yọ wá lẹ́nu tó ń pa àwọn ìyá wa tó ń pa bàbá wa lásọ kí ní kàn wá pẹ̀lú trailer tó ń gbóúnjẹ bọ̀ irọ́ o gbọ́dọ̀ ní kí that your PA, that your spokesman, tell her make it come out, make it just speak. Because ohun Koiki ló máa gbọ́ ní north. Bastard. Ohun ló fẹ́ gbọ́ ní north. Koiki ló máa gbọ́, mo sọ fún ẹ pé Sultan of Sokoto bí ṣe ń ṣe broadcast ìgbà wọ́n recorded àwọn olórí burúkú. Ó ní ibẹ̀ la wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé kí ló mean by that? Máa fi tó kúlẹ̀ sábẹ́ aṣọ. Orí ò pé bastard. Ọmọ pé tí bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ Ìgbòho ló sọ̀rọ̀. Onírọ́ ó ní sọ fún coordinator yẹn ó ní because ní ọ̀dọ̀ wọn lọ́hùn ó fi tó kù sábẹ́ aṣọ ó ní tí aláyé yẹn bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n mọ̀ pé wọ́n ló sọ pé kó jáde kó tẹ̀ sọ pé ó ní oúnjẹ tí ń bàjẹ́ lórí tírélà wọn ó ní gbogbo oúnjẹ tó ń gbé bọ̀ ó ní ti ń rà pé ká tètè jáde ká bá wọn a ní ká jáde nísìn ká perform action oríṣiríṣi action ló wà wọ́n ní kó gbé kùmọ̀ jáde tó bá èmi mo ní kó ra dá sílé má gbàdàdà tó bá sì lẹ́yọ kan ra mẹ́ta sí kò tọ́jú ẹ̀ sábẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ káwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ má lọ fọwọ́ má lọ gé wọn lọ́wọ́ kóńdó ló bá lè rà sílé ní fìṣòsí láàrin gbogbo sẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa wúlò nígbà kò tí Fúlàní bá dé tó fi wá pààyàn o gbọ́dọ̀ ní kan tó wọn náà máa fi ṣe kíni tó máa fi ṣe kíni ẹ̀ fún wọn actions and activities strategies àwa fi jẹ́ kí Yorùbá nation wá dé ní táwọn máa ń sọ ó yá o ibi tá a fi gbà wọlé ní àti fún ẹni mi wá ní ṣé gbà tá Amẹ́ríkà fi lọ attack Iran ṣọ́sọ gbogbo plan wọn fún mi orí ò pé bomb bastard ni mo sọ you are bomb bastard for asking us to come and tell you our strategy orí ò pé mo ní information kankan ní jáde mo ti block ẹ ní ṣoríire ta ló máa ṣe wàhálà tẹ́yìn máa ẹ wá information tẹ́ máa fi dà ìrìn àjò tá gbé dání mo ti sọ fún bàbá yẹn gbogbo tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe má sọ fún mi àti gbowó ẹ keep it to the last minute nobody will know anything orí yín ò pé ta ló máa ṣe wàhálà táwọn kan máa wá information ẹ máa wá káàkiri gbogbo information tẹ́ ń rí gbà tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ rí gbà mọ́ àti block ẹ gbogbo ẹni mo fi sọ ẹ ní rí information kankan mọ́ ẹ fẹ́ tà wá dànù fáwọn olórí burúkú Tinubu àtàwọn olóṣèlú ẹni ṣoríire gbogbo yín bomb bastard kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín ẹ wá information ẹ máa wá káàkiri idiot all over the place wọ́n bọ̀ wá kódà information ẹ máa wá jù sínú WhatsApp group yín nísìn idiot America gbé B2 bomber wọ́n fi fighter jet tẹ̀lé lẹ́yìn wọ́n refuel àwọn mọ́tò yẹn àwọn plane yẹn do you know what it means ó jẹ́ security risk for America pé because 18 hours àwọn B2 yẹn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ refuel ẹ̀ kò lè lọ more than some hours kó tó refuel ẹ̀ ṣé wọ́n sọ fún mi bọ́ ṣe lókè lórí òfurufú ìwọ wá lórí ilẹ̀ tẹ́mi wà ó wá ní ká sọ fún ẹ pé ibi ìbàlẹ̀ la máa gbà wọlé o ọ̀hún yẹn la máa gbà wọlé o kò ní dá fún gbogbo yín idiot all over the place ẹ ti sọ the movie nìyẹn tó bá dọjọ́ iwájú tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì Yorùbá bá ní kó release àwọn information yẹn fún yín ẹ̀rí tó fẹ́ mọ̀ nísìnyẹn wàá máa tó bá wà láyé níjọ́ náà wàá máa tó bá dẹ̀ sí láyé àwọn ọmọ wa máa kájáre get out a ní ká tẹ̀lé àwọn bàbá yìí òun fẹ́ béèrè pé ọ̀nà orí bàbá kí tó yẹ fi gbà wọlé bàbá ní kẹ jáde ó tún béèrè pé Ìgbòho dà ó ń bọ̀ ó ti dé tán inú ilé ẹ̀ ló ti máa wá sọ fún ẹ pé kó jáde idiot all over the place. wọ́n náà wá jókòó sínú ibi tẹ́mi náà jókòó sí Ìgbòho lè lọ́lé ebi ò lè lọ́lé bàbá kí tó yẹ lè lọ́lé àwa mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta wà níta lẹ́yìn odi ìwọ ń lọ́lé ò ń ṣe fàájì ẹlòmíì ní sì ti ra tíkẹ́ tó ti lọ Nàìjíríà ní tó ti padà irú yẹn la máa fún information ẹlòmíì ti lọ Jáàmù ti padà ẹlòmíì ti lọ ẹlòmíì wà lẹ́ Yorùbá nísìn ó ń lọ criss cross bó ṣe ń jẹ níbi ló ń jẹ náà orí ọ̀pẹ Amẹ́ríkà gbé B2 bomber ọmọ tó ń pè ní B2 bomber $2 billion ní làwọn plane yẹn 2 billion wọ́n ní spirit ni tó bá ń lọ òní rí spirit tí Ìgbòho bá máa dé spirit ni òní rí orí ọ̀pẹ tí Ìgbòho bá máa dé spirit ni kò sẹ́ni tó máa rí bàbá late àkìsọpọ̀ bá kú ọba wàjà ni mo sọ fún yín èmi àti Ìgbòho àti bàbá yẹn àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta bàbá yẹn náà sọ fún Buhari pé sórí Ìgbòho tó ń rí yẹn fake ni original gangan kò ń gbé nínú ilé ó lè expect kó original wà nínú ilé nígbà tẹ́ ń wà original gangan ti sá lọ ó ti wà lẹ́yìn odi. Wọ́n ní Buhari ní ẹ̀yẹ́ kí la máa wá ṣe sí, jẹ́ máa jẹ́ kí n sọ yín lórí social media, orí òpè gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ kọ́ là ń sọ lórí social media. Wọ́n ní fọ̀rọ̀ síkùn bí àgbà. Bàbá yẹn sọ fún mi àti Ìgbòho ni pé wọ́n wá fẹ́ mú ẹ o. Ó sọ fún Buhari pé ilé tó ń rí àbí bàbá yẹn tún bí Ìgbòho pé àbí original ni òun mọ̀ pé original kan nílé yìí. Ọlọ́run fọ́run kẹ́ bàbá yẹn, bàbá dáadáa. Ẹ̀fẹ̀ yẹ ẹwà ó yá Ìgbòho fún wa ní strategy tó fẹ́ lò. Strategy wo la máa fi ṣe rally yẹn? Strategy ni pé ẹ jáde ẹ wọṣọ funfun, ẹ gbé àsíá sókè, dúró síwájú ilé ẹ. Amẹ́ríkà tó fi attack. Ṣé mọ̀ pé Amẹ́ríkà a ṣe ń gbọ́ létà pé plane méjì, mo mọ̀ iye plane tó padà ju bọ́ǹbù yẹn, but wọ́n ní plane kan lára àwọn plane yẹn náà ní o B2 yẹn Spirit ni, tó bá ń gbọ́ B2 Spirit ló ń pè, tó bá wà lórí òfurufú ò lè rí. Wọ́n ní kò sí radar kankan tó lè detect ẹ̀, but Elédùmarè lè rí. Wọ́n ní kan gba báyìí, ìkan gba báyìí. So tó bá wọ́n fi kan ṣe camouflage, the real one tó máa lọ attack gangan ìyẹn gba bíbá wọlé. And all the planes have returned back to California. Ọmọ àlè Amẹ́ríkà ò sọ pé báyìí ló ṣe dánwò, wọ́n kàn sọ fún wa pé ó ṣiṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe, ó dẹ̀ ti padà sílé. Máa fi gbogbo ẹnu, mo sọ pé ẹlòmíì tó bá fún ní 1,000 naira ó máa tàgbowó 1,000 naira á ti gbàgbéra. Fún 1,000 wọ́n á dẹ̀ máa fi ìtókù promise ẹ̀ ní o, wọ́n lè náà máa fún ní 1 million, bọ̀ kó kọ́kọ́ gba 1,000 ní kó fi ra data. Àwa wá sórí broadcast dé mi ṣe tó yẹ pé Ọlọ́run ló mọ tí mò ń ná ní every month lẹ́yìn tí mo ti dé lórí internet. Àwa fi 500 naira, ẹlòmíì borrow data ló fi ń wò mí, àwa comment òfò, àwa máa bí mi pé Yorùbá nation tẹ fẹ́ gbà yẹn báwo lẹ ṣe fẹ́ gbà, orí ìrà bẹ́ẹ̀ ò pé pump bastard. Mo bá wa sọ fún dádì ẹ̀ inú ilé ni màá ti wá sọ fún dádì ẹ̀, òkè ọmọ àlè bó sókè.
Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé bùrà.
Wọ́n ti sùn a ṣe ń jí wọn ní wake up. Ẹ sọ fún Tinubu ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí kò ní ìjà dání, kò sẹ́ni tó ń bára wọn jà. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá, àti conservative àti liberal, ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá. Ẹ sọ fún ọmọ olódò ọdẹ pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kó pín Nàìjíríà. Kí ló báwo ni ẹ ṣe gbọ́ jẹ́ problem? We have 15 minutes. Kò sí tó ń bọ̀ lókè tí ilé ọgbà. A ní oríṣiríṣi àwọn Yorùbá tó wà nílé tó yẹ pé orí yín pé bí alájọṣọmọlú ká gba country, ká tètè bẹ̀rẹ̀ development. Mo ní tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì tó bá ti establish gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì agbára báyìí, wọ́n kọ́kọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ fún gbogbo ní free internet. Ẹlòmíì ò mọ mí ní internet, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni decoy wá ṣeré jà, ọmọ kí mi ò kàwé. Amẹ́ríkà dóònà àwọn ẹgbẹ́ àwọn làwọn ṣe kíní kan, irọ́ ni ọ. Gbogbo òlú náà ló máa sọ, ló máa pọ́n àwọn lé. Kí lẹ fẹ́ ká Amẹ́ríkà sọ tẹ́lẹ̀, ó máa pọ́n rẹ̀ lé náà ni. But àwọn kíní yẹn náà lágbára díẹ̀ o. Ó dẹ̀ wọlé, wọ́n tún náà ń rí fuel lókè. Time tó bá dẹ̀ rí fuel yẹn òun ló dangerous jù. Anytime tó bá náà rí fuel fighter jet àbí kíní lókè is because that is when the enemy can attack you. So báwo ló ṣe kó bíyá mẹ́ta ló lọ ni o, bíyá méje ló lọ, bọ̀ bí ṣe gbọ́ wọ́n ní 7 làwọn B2 yẹn tó lọ. Báwo ló ṣe wá rí fuel? Kẹ́lẹ̀ wo logistics yẹn. Àní kẹ́lẹ̀ mi fún wa lówó mi báyìí ní sinaniya. Owó tó gba last week yẹn náà òun náà la ṣe ná láti last week yẹn. Ó mọ̀ pé àìtí ṣe nǹkan kan láti last week. Èyí tẹ̀ fún wa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín o. Kò ní tán níbẹ̀ fún yín o. Ẹ fi máa wá wo broadcast 243 people. 243 yẹn tí gbogbo wa bá fún wa ní $5 nísìn. Kílẹ̀ tó mọ́ wàá máa ní wọ́n gbúrò mi ní Mushin. Mo lè ní kankan tí máa ṣe tọ́yẹ kọ́ máa kọ gbúrò pé Kóìkì mọ àwọn gbọ́n Kóìkì ní Mushin láàárọ̀ yìí. 247 people. Tàbá máa fi lọ nísìn, tàbá máa fi padà wá nísìn. Owó ni kẹ̀kẹ́ yìí rere, owó ni bóhùn àká pariwo láti ìsìn dọ̀la. Owó ni media need owó. So before we finish it, ká gbọ́ Ìgbòho tán délẹ̀.
A kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà wúrà tó máa.
Ohun mi ká tún bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Àdán àlà.
ẹ bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ padà láti beginning and interrupted this time. Ìgbòho ọmọ aládìkún ọkọ tó yọ̀ sí ọkọ ìyá dámì. Ìgbòho òòṣà irúmọlẹ̀ tó jẹ táńtáń ó pè mí lọ́sàn-án yìí. Àárín mi àtẹnìkan ni tó bá mi sọ. Ẹ̀mẹ́ta la sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí. Mo pè nígbà tí mo rí security alert. No, ó pè mí lálẹ́ àná. Information tó fún mi lánàá yẹn ó dùn mọ́ mi nínú tọ̀ ìtọ̀ èyí. Dùn mọ́ mi nínú tọ̀ ìtọ̀ ẹ̀. Mo á pè wọ́n lénìí. Mo ní bá mi. Ó ti ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Amẹ́ríkà ti ní káwọn ọmọ wọn máa lọ sí military. Amẹ́ríkà mọ̀ òtítọ́. Amẹ́ríkà èèyàn Amẹ́ríkà yẹn abájọ àgbà tí mo rí pálí Azeez nígbà tó wá London October ó ní àbúrò gba passport mo ní blue passport mo náà mọ yankí nìyẹn ibẹ̀ lọ bí sí kò ń ṣe pé òun lọ gbàwé níbẹ̀ ibẹ̀ lọ bí Azeez sí bàbẹ́ ibẹ̀ lọ bí Azeez sí Amẹ́ríkà lọ bí ọ̀tọ̀ ní ẹni tó lọ gbàwé l'Amẹ́ríkà ó dáa náà bọ̀ wọ́n bí òun síbẹ̀ ni ó gbé pálí ẹ̀ lé mi lọ́wọ́ mo náà ẹ̀gbọ́n mi pálí yín yọ ní kí n má lọ sọnù lọ́wọ́ èmi náà ya gbé fún ìyàwó mi ìyá bá ń tọ́jú ẹ̀ Azeez mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin àwọn àtẹwà lórí platform all hail Biafra a máa sọ̀rọ̀ Simon Ekpa kò ṣe lẹ́nu a máa sọ̀rọ̀ Nnamdi Kanu. Any freedom fighter must never be against the two of them regardless of your position in a freedom fight. Tó bá ti wà against wọn then there is an issue. I am not in support of gbogbo ọmọ Igbo tó ń ṣe jàbàjàbà ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, but any true freedom fighter, be it Biafra, Benue, Ijaw people, you must have the love for them and you must never pray and wish them bad. No. Ó kàn jẹ́ pé àwọn tọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n máa ń jealous pé báwo ni Ìgbòho ṣe ń káàkiri? How Koiki, how na dey do am? That Ìgbòho ìyẹn náà ṣe máa ń wá sórí platform wa ní wẹ́ẹ̀ Sunday Ìgbòho mo ló wà nílé dádì ọmọ àlè pump bastard Ìgbòho wà nílé dádì ẹ̀ ó ń bọ̀. Imagine kí Simon Ekpa jáde nísìn kí Nnamdi Kanu jáde àwọn mẹ́rin, méjì láti ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, méjì láti ilẹ̀ Igbo, bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń fáyà lórí social media. Simon Ekpa náà padà sórí social media. Ìgbòho àti Nnamdi Kanu dẹ̀ ra oyè yín lábẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n Ọlọ́run ọba Nàìjíríà máa dàwó ni wọ́n yẹ within 1 year. Ìyẹn lọ ṣe ta Nnamdi Kanu dànù olórí burúkú ẹ̀wọ̀n fáwọn fẹ́ràn owó ọ̀tá dànù ní Kenya. Ìgbòho ṣá Ọlọ́run àdúró tiẹ̀, Ọlọ́run wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Mo ní gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ṣe má sọ fún mi náà, ṣáà keep it to yourself, má bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kankan sọ̀rọ̀ torí enemy ti pọ̀ jù. Enemy Ìgbòho irọ́ ni o. Ìgbòho tó ń pè yẹn kò dénú o. Tó bá ti bá Ìgbòho sọ̀rọ̀ kan báyìí nísìn fóònù mi lọ tó máa fi ẹlòmíà máa bá Ìgbòho sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ó dẹ̀ fi rìkọ́dẹ̀. They can't even give him for him to have free conversation. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbóhùn ẹ̀.
Ìfarapa lápapọ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àkí ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀ tìlé tó kó ẹ̀mí àbọ̀ ẹ̀bá nǹkan mọ Adéyẹmọ. Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho orúkọ ńlá tí ń jámọ̀ láyà bí àrá, orúkọ tó ń dẹrù bo lórúkọ gan-an. Ọmọ Yorùbá ẹ má sùn o torí pé bùrà a kò lè fojú kégbodò láyé, títa ríro lẹ̀dá ń kọlà, wúrà tó máa dán alànà kọjá dandan o. Ọ̀wọ́n irin ní má bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ̀nà, ẹ̀dá kan ò lè ṣì wá lọ́nà mọ́, ẹjẹ́ àfìmọ̀ṣọ̀ kan ká lè débi re. Ẹjẹ́ àjọ gbárùkù ti Sunday Ìgbòho ṣá, ọmọ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ nílùú Alágbàdo Òde, ọmọ atapẹ̀tẹ̀ wọnú omi, ọmọ gègèlè wodò sànyà, ìsànyà ò rẹ́ràn bàbá yín láàrin ìdí, omi kò sì náà ń kán sí yín lẹ́nu. Ọmọ òkúta mẹ́ta òkè Ìgbòho, ìkan ṣe yín ní dábọ̀dàbọ̀, ìkan ní mọ́ rọra, ìkan tó kù nígbà tí wọ́n ò mọ̀ Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́, kí ló dé Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́ sí ọmọ òpópó sanran, ìgbàgede Ìgbòho sùn wọn láláìsí bẹ̀rẹ̀, wọ́n ní kó ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀sìn òní bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho mọ̀rẹ́, bẹ́sìn bá bímọ méjì ní Ìgbòho, á fi kan pọpọ sí amúkan yòókù bọ sànyà àtúmúyà rẹ̀ tí ò lọ́rọ̀ gbọ́ àfiṣẹrù wálé wàrà mòjé ọmọ onílé ọlà àwọn àjòjì tó ń ṣe ségesège tọ́láwọn ò ní bomi kó símú wọn láwọn ò ní bomi sànyà wẹsẹ̀ ìgbà tójú kò fi rí ńkọ́ gbogbo wọn náà sáré bomi kó símú wọn sì bomi sànyà wẹsẹ̀ ọmọ abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta òde ayé ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan tẹ̀ ọ̀kan tó kù ní gbogbo ayé tí ń ránṣọ kiri.
Abẹ́rẹ́ mẹ́ta ọ̀kan ṣẹ́ ọ̀kan ṣe kinní kan ọ̀kan ni wọ́n fi ṣe kinní kan. Ọlọ́run ló fún wa kò ń ṣèyàn. Ẹ imagine tó bá wá jẹ́ pé irú baba aláṣọ funfun Gani Adams yẹn tó náà bá lọ dúró dáadáa tó fẹ́ gẹ̀ síta pé Yorùbá nation tó ń ṣe pé ó ní lábẹ́lẹ̀ à ń ṣe Yorùbá nation lábẹ́lẹ̀ no àfẹ́ Yorùbá nation lábẹ́lẹ̀. Ẹ imagine kí Gani Adams náà kó fẹ́ gẹ̀ ebi yẹn ni Ìgbòho ṣe lọ́ba nígbà ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe kíni ẹ mọ̀ pé government ẹ kàn imagine. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin alágbára ilẹ̀ Yorùbá Ọlọ́run bá Elédùmarè dúró tì yín. Ìgbòho náà nìkan lòun lè ṣe oníkẹ́yìn náà ṣe kí ni ẹ fẹ́ gẹ̀ síta ẹ sọ fún Tinubu pé in tó bá gbà ọmọ Yorùbá máa lọ. Mo lè dúpẹ́ bàbá wa kan send message kan sí mi kábíyèsí Elédùmarè mo gbọ́ ọ́díò bàbá yẹn mo wá realize pé lóòótọ́ oníṣàyàn ọba ni mo ṣí fìlà fún ẹ̀yin actor tẹ̀ ń bẹ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ̀ ń dúró pé kọ́ ìkìwọ́ máa bá ṣe lọ à ń wò ẹ ní background ẹ máa bá ṣe wọ́n máa bá ṣáà máa jágbe mọ́ wa máa jágbe mọ́ wa ẹ ríran wò ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú ó máa dàbí movie ni Káfọláyàn máa kọ scripted but the only thing ni pé kò ń ṣe movie ẹ rape gbogbo èèyàn ẹ sọ àwọn èèyàn di aláṣọ ẹlòmíì tó bá fọṣọ tó wọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí kò lè wọ̀ láàárọ̀ la kò lè dà fún gbogbo yín gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n wa àwọn ìyá wa àwọn àǹtí mi gbogbo wọn ẹ wá fìyà jẹ everybody ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ẹ sọ everybody di struggling ẹni tó kọ̀ rẹ jẹ́ pé ó ń ṣe business kò mọ̀gbà tí gbogbo owó yẹn drain kúrò lákàntẹ̀ nígbà tí economy ò fò economy jalo pilo ẹ ṣèkà for everybody. So mo kí gbogbo yín o láti Ìláró Dẹ́pẹ́ a lè dárúkọ gbogbo area tán bò mo máa ń sọ pé 191 local government nílẹ̀ Yorùbá títí dé Ọ̀fà gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí òkè àdúrà ẹlòmíì ṣàdúrà títí ó ti ní ọ̀sà ẹ̀ ní ṣoríire. Wicked people all over the place. Ṣé máa fọwọ́ kún wa gbogbo yín pátá. Àbá Tinubu jà, but Tinubu ò ní any more choice nígbà tó bá dójú ẹ̀ when the negotiation would have to be done either through the peaceful means or the other way around. And the last two tó kù òun ni cost. Ẹlẹ́mi ọmọ value owó àni wọ́n ti náwó ìgbélé Amẹ́ríkà ní sọ́nà ló mọ̀ tó ná gbókọ̀ fi gbé. Do you understand what it means? Gbókọ̀ fi gbé B2 wọn jáde. Kò ń ṣe tán gbé jáde anyhow. 18 hours the flight here from California to Guam. 18 hours. And 18 hours. What is the Paris share ti padà? On their way back, and they have landed it back again. $2 billion. Adúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ti náwó, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ náà ná mọ́. It's okay. Ẹ má ná. Ìyẹn ní ká má délẹ̀ lérí. Adélẹ̀ lérí wa lágbára Ọlọ́run. Cost. Evaluation. I will leave that as it is. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa. And that is how far I can take you. I'm not going over my 3 hours. Tí bá lọ ṣiṣẹ́ 3 hours ago, even the basic pay will give me £33. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. The mega rally has been officially declared. That is your own message. Má tún máa béèrè pé bó ṣe ń lọ ikọ́ ló ṣe jẹ́ kó lọ kí ní kàn wọ́n pẹ̀lú yẹn. Nigerian structure is already shaking. I can see after the rally has been declared, the numbers of the viewers went up. One team, Pumbo. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìṣọ̀kan ló ṣe kókó, but ẹ lè bẹ́ẹ̀ nínú ìṣọ̀kan tẹ́ bá ń dúró de pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá enemies wà láàrin wa and they're not going to back down. Torí ìyà ti mú wọn. So mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa, mo kí gbogbo àwọn team wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. I'll show one more time my bank details. Let us contribute voluntarily, no matter how small, to help us so that we can also help ourselves. Wọ́n heaven help kini ẹ̀bá parí ẹ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan ni. Mo kí triple DRS. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà ní UK, America, Canada. The pain is too much of what our people are going through. One day it will come to an end. There are many people that will still rise up. People work in the bank for many years, nothing to write home about. People work in the public sector, you refuse to pay them their dues. People work in the federal, you refuse to give them their dues. You have made Yoruba land to be something that many of us have cried and cried. Ujuwati yo. Charity made you. You need a government that can move the motion that every Yoruba will never go to bed hungry. Tinubu can never do it. A Yoruba government must make sure that nobody goes to bed. That is what we're asking for. And stop telling us it is possible if you add your own input, no matter how small, no matter how small, no matter how small, rather than trying to condemn and bring it down, as if this shit old country called Nigeria that Britain created in just less than 110 years old. Rather than you have the spirit in you for something that has been existing for more than 40,000 years. Nigeria. I will tell you that, and nothing is going to stop us from taking our own country. And ní jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ní alẹ́ yìí má wàá gbàgbé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó nóun fẹ́ lọ àti tó nóun fẹ́ lọ ẹ fi wọ́n sílẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan náà ló rọrùn gbogbo wa but nígbà tí bàbá bá declare kò dí wa lọ́nà nígbà tásìkò bá tó kò dí wa lọ́nà bàbá mọ̀ tá máa ṣe fórí ẹ̀ ṣolórí ọ̀pẹ ni àlàsí méjì mo kí ìyàwó mi mo kí àwọn ọmọ mo kí gbogbo staff wa mo kí ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀yin àbúrò àníri jù báyìí lọ mo kí gbogbo àwọn medias tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ àní lè gba call because mo ní láti lọ ẹ má bínú tó ń pè yẹn àní lè gba call I'm sorry I want to keep it to 3 hours àti fún ní window láti nǹkan kẹ́pẹ́ ẹ̀ pé. Thank you so much, Grandma Leah Ajayi. Thank you for all the audience, the listeners. Whether you understand Yoruba or not, all we have said so far is that Nigeria needs to break. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, kàgbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bàtìbẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́, ká ṣiṣẹ́ kájọlá. Ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní kẹ́ ká máa lépa. Ìtẹ̀síwájú fọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára. Ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ògo adúláwọ̀. Good night. God bless Yoruba land. God bless every one of us. God bless our leaders. God bless our parents. God bless those that have died and those that are still living. Remember, it is Koiki Media bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Orayola Masu, good night.